God damn it. Welcome to the January 1st, 2023 edition of Pro Wrestling Throwdown. As always, I'm Caleb Black.
That's him.
This is Luke the Big Dog Williams, along with our in-studio producer, the mighty Max Fury, our in-studio editor, Big Bad John, our PA, Sweet Tea, some other folks, bunch of animals.
Just animals.
It's a fucking madhouse in here today. It's a madhouse, I tell you. Luke, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I've been gone from home since Christmas. Actually, since about 3 days before Christmas. And I was alerted and had to come home last night and didn't get to watch the ball drop.
Happy New Year, suckers. Welcome back, Joe.
Happy New Year. I got a thing on my phone from my security on my house. Somebody was in my home.
Okay.
And you know, we pay for, I mean, we do well enough to pay for good security, right?
Sure.
So I get these pictures, so I'm going through this footage, right? And the craziest thing, they didn't take a single thing. But they left all these boxes laying around.
Okay.
So I called the police station, and I was like, I'd like to make a report of a home invasion. And they was like, oh, yeah, do you know what he looks like? I said, yeah, I've got him on my camera. They're like, well, what does he look like? I said, well, he's about, I don't know, 6'1", 450 pounds, wearing a red suit, a big white fucking beard. So they wouldn't take me up on it. So I've decided, out of my own money, I am offering a reward.
Out of our several dollars we make on this show.
I'm offering a reward because I believe that he forgot these things. Because what did I do to deserve boxes and presents and things? But here's the deal. Red, big beard like this, white, kind of hefty, like me. Where's your hat?
Is there an end to this bid? Or?
I'm just waiting for you to pitch the match.
This motherfucker called the cops on Santa Claus.
I did.
He's Mr. Scrooge is what he is. Speaking of ungodly things, Max, how was your New Year's?
Ungodly, all right.
Good. I had a good New Year's.
Yeah.
Interesting. I had a date last night. It was
all right.
How'd that go?
It was okay. Not quite my taste. I think tomorrow I'm gonna try a fig.
Makes sense.
Oh my fucking god! All right, this is the last show we're doing.
Hold on, wait a minute. White guy fist pump. All right, now we're going.
I am already surrendering to this madness.
We have yet to begin.
And now,
this is just day one of 360. Was it leap year?
This year is not a leap year, no.
365 days.
Oh, that's 52 episodes we have to do this year.
Well, and then you got to count in the Anna-Fight shows and
yeah, we're gonna be busy.
And that one show
that we can't tell them about yet.
Yeah,
it's gonna be pretty cool.
It's gonna be fun.
Big Bad John, how was your? The man of many words can barely get him to shut up. Big Bad John, how was your New Year's?
It was great.
Nailed it. I wish you people could see what I just saw when he goes, it's great, and then just goes.
It's like the man of 1,000 words. He's the man of 1,000 syllables.
For any new viewers that we have, they're like, why does it say wrestling? All these guys are talking about stand-up.
What's wrong with these fat guys? What's going on this show?
If they think we're big, they should see Max.
Oh, Jesus. Man, treads the ground as he walks on.
I mean,
standing straight up, he's 5'11", leans forward, he's 6'3".
That one's funny, man. All right.
Don't drink, don't smoke.
Yes, please.
All right, so we are here. It's our very first show of the year.
Yes.
We have to talk about, if you guys tuned in last week, we did the Friday special, so we covered pretty much everything last week.
Yes. Monday Night Raw was a clip show this week, so there wasn't any live wrestling on Monday.
Yeah. So we do have some news. We got some sad stuff. 2023 did not go out quietly.
No, unfortunately it didn't.
Sons of bitches got us last year with Betty White.
There's been several people of note to have passed away.
Is to make
What's up?
My New Year's resolution is to make John Cena hair memes that much he shaves his head. Oh, it's like okay,
the bald spot.
Yeah,
It's
the bald spot, which we will talk about.
Yeah, we will. But
today.
first up, Johnny, can we hit the first slide there?
Yeah, this one, man.
Yeah.
Don motherfucking West, the color commentator for TNA for pretty much its entire run until becoming Impact, did pass away. What was it? Friday. So the 30th.
They gave him a clean bill of health about a year ago. When Foma come back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
I give Don West a lot of crap on this show.
Now you should feel bad about it.
No. Let me explain. I give Don West a lot of crap on this show. Don West, even before he was a color commentator for
back when he was a QVC guy,
he was a pitch guy. He didn't know how to take that out because that was a Don West trademark.
Yeah.
You know, I say a lot of things about him. I use a lot of it in levity because I know you love him.
I love me some. Are you freaking kidding me, Mike, goddamn it!
It's an arm bar. No,
you want to talk about somebody who had a limited experience of the physical business of wrestling?
Yeah.
And really came at it from a fan perspective. And he was the only commentator who did what he did the way he did it.
Yeah.
And this was still at the period of time when Jim Ross and JR were running Raw, Taz and Cole were on SmackDown, and those were the voices we got acclimated to for the better part of 20 years.
Yeah.
And then Don West and Mike Tenay took that fucking table and made it special. And Don West gave every bit of enthusiasm to it. Loved the business. Cannot tell you.
He worked with TNA Wrestling up until the crossover for Impact.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
he worked, and he still did, up until, I think just a couple years ago, did the online retail stuff for Impact. He was still very much involved with the business.
Joe Smith is also correct. Michael Cole acknowledged Don West at the beginning of SmackDown, saying that we've lost Pioneer.
What a class act.
Really cool.
Never would have happened under Vince's regime.
Never.
Just want to fucking make that statement. Never would have in a million years would Vince have acknowledged it.
That's a Michael Cole thing. That's not anybody else but Michael Cole.
We remember when we started the show, just like a brief tangent over to Michael Cole, and we always talked about how just pasteurized and how fucking just mundane it was to listen to it.
Uh-huh.
And now every time you tune in, Michael Cole is on fire. That's because he doesn't have a 76-year-old sexual deviant screaming in his ear the entire time.
Talking to you guys about that a couple weeks ago. That he's one of the reasons it's exciting to watch wrestling again.
But you can tell that he gets to do his job, which makes it viable when you're at home listening.
Well, you see, it's funny that you guys mention that kind of stuff because Max was going through last week after the show went off the air. And he was going through a lot of our old videos, and he stumbled across the... trust me, this will make sense. He stumbled across the What Can Vince McMahon Get For Us for Christmas, the 2020 first video of 2020 that we did. And we called the entire last year of everything happening. So I want you guys to go back and find that video. We called Vince McMahon stepping down. We called the product getting better. We called Shawn Michaels and Triple H being the heads of the company.
We called Punk AEW champion.
Yes.
Cody Rhodes returning to the WWE
in 2020.
2020.
We were about a year ahead of ourselves. But we had called pretty much everything that happened in the last 6 months.
I asked Vince McMahon to give me Tegan Knox back.
And Triple H delivered.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. It's just a tangent that I was thinking about,
It's almost like we know what the fuck we're talking about.
Maybe a little.
Only a little.
Only him.
Well, mostly him.
Well,
but I mean, look at
mostly.
He's got a face for radio.
You know what they say, radio gets results. I don't know that. I don't know that at all.
And a dick for digging graves.
Grave digger.
The undergoer.
That's it. That's it. Going back on the Indies is that. That's
the undergoer.
The undergoer.
Anyway, let's get back to the somber, serious part of this fucking broadcast.
Yeah, how can I go back now?
Bricks.
How can I go back now with this?
Johnny Lamas says Happy New Year's, Jets. Happy New Year's to you as well. So yeah, rest in peace, Don West, man.
Yeah.
Another voice of our childhood, our formative years anyway, gone. The voice of TNA, gone. Voice of QVC, gone. You're never going to hear it again.
No. Well, I mean, you could always go to the...
You've got to be kidding me.
You could always go to the TNA network and
you
hear
could
it
do
as many
that.
times as you want.
Hey, if you pay for Peacock, I highly recommend you pay the fucking $7.99 or whatever.
That's not Peacock.
For the Impact.
It's an Impact Plus.
That's what I'm saying. If you pay for the Peacock to get the WWE,
oh yeah.
I highly recommend you pay the $7.99.
100%.
It has their entire library.
Go back,
the whole library.
Watch a lot. Also, if you're on Pluto, they have the TNA channel that you can get a lot of that on.
Yeah.
Or freebie or whatever.
It's still
called.
Pluto does
something
it.
like that.
Yeah, there's all kinds of them damn
not a sponsor.
Newfangled apps some kids are on. Their Tinders and their
these kids with their damn 8-track tape players.
Back in my day,
terrible.
When we were 13, we had jobs and smoked. No.
When I was 13, I had a job.
I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
All right. What's next on this already
get a job, Johnny.
Edition.
Or whatever.
Spoke up, Johnny. Hey, look, kids, it's Drew McIntyre.
All right. So SmackDown this week was the only live WWE broadcast we had.
Yeah, it was.
And boy, was it a friggin' broadcast.
Yeah, it was.
So, Solo Sikoa wrestles Sheamus in the opening of SmackDown this week.
Yeah, he did.
Of course, Bloodline getting the cheap win, getting the beat down.
Yeah, they did.
Sheamus, out comes Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, he did.
Jesus Christ.
Yes? What, John? Well, I'm going to hell anyway. It's not like fucking...
But no,
sit here and pull straws about which sin to send it.
Drew McIntyre makes his return, helps Sheamus, which... all in all, Happy New Year, Johnny. Lamaze?
Is it Johnny Lamaze?
Johnny breathing heavy?
Are you coming? Not yet, but I'm breathing heavy.
Feel like my grandfather come and go at the same time. Anyway, yeah.
If you see me coming, let me finish.
So no, but anyway, Drew McIntyre's back. Which we'll get into what the aftermath of that was a little bit later on in the show.
Yeah, we will.
Go ahead and switch us our next slide there, Johnny.
Joe Smith, the Don, proffers a question. So is Bo, Uncle Howdy.
We're
good.
Hey, looky there.
Amazing that you asked me.
You blew the finish.
Look at these side by sides.
Make sure you clean up after.
Mr. Harper, Mr. Howdy, whatever they're calling
Uncle
him right
Howdy.
Comes out like normal. Except this time, he gets in the ring with him. He gets in LA Knight's face, right?
Yeah.
He turns around. He walks backwards next to Bray Wyatt and stops. Like they're both going to jump LA Knight. Then, you remember when The Fiend was around and they had that white strobe light?
Mm-hmm.
The white strobe light kicks on and starts going off, and immediately Howdy grabs Bray Wyatt and hits him with the Sister Abigail. It's got to be Bo Dallas.
Number one, it's absolutely Bo Dallas. Number two, as I've said, every single show for the past, I don't know how long, 3 months, get on with it.
Well, here we go.
Get on with it. Fucking do something.
Also, it was announced that we still don't know what this is.
The Mountain Dew sponsored Pitch Black match. It's sponsored by Mountain Dew Pitch Black. We don't know anything about it, but
other than the fact it is official.
You think it's going to be like the Mimosa fucking match where they just have giant vats of Mountain Dew on the outside?
No, Tony, Ron Khan's running this one.
The Ron Khans are running all the wrong
business. No,
nowadays they're only
I'm going to guess maybe what we used to know as a lights out match.
Yeah.
Which is basically no rules, no referee.
Or they turn off every single light in the arena. You can't physically see the match. And they give each other sticks, and they just let each other stand in the middle of the ring in the dark. And just fucking...
like lightsabers?
Like wooden sticks. they just stand in the middle of the ring in the dark and smack the piss out of each other until someone surrenders. I'm sorry. I don't know why that's so entertaining. What do you think has been the biggest WWE feud of 2022? And if you could guess, what would be the biggest feud of 2023? Biggest WWE feud this year? Was Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
We talked about that last week.
Yeah, I think
we
that's
gave him an award for it.
We couldn't. I mean, technically, you couldn't say Brock because it was only like 3 matches.
Only 3 matches. If you look from booking to booking, from WrestleMania to Hell in a Cell.
How about Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins and Austin.
Not as good as Rhodes and Rollins.
No,
not in my opinion.
That's true.
And then,
of course, they only had 3 matches.
We can also talk Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair for WWE feuds. Was pretty damn good.
Well, but it ended early this year.
That's true. Yeah, then I'm sticking to it.
Like either of them.
Cody and you.
I'm gonna say Cody and Rollins.
Cody and Rollins, yeah, for sure. Biggest feud of 2023 will be Cody and Roman Reigns.
I'm gonna say early on, Sami Zayn, Bloodline.
Sami Zayn, hardest working man in professional wrestling. He was the Pro Wrestling Throwdown Wrestler of the Year.
And if anyone has a problem with that, I don't know.
Pro Wrestling Throwdown Wrestler of the Year.
Hey, here's the deal: only a couple people have ever held that award. It's very prestigious.
It's prestigious, even.
It's prestigious. That's what it is. Yeah, I said it. Spell it out.
Whatever you say, Doc.
Someone's not feeling oozy today. All right,
buddy. If I felt a little less oozy, it would.
So let's recap. I almost said something fucked up. Let's recap. Don West has passed away. Drew McIntyre returns on SmackDown. Uncle Howdy's Bo Dallas. All right, let's hit the next slide, please.
Come on.
What is your unprofessional?
just your candid. Let's go over this. Don West has passed away.
Well, I was gonna say Don West dead. But
I don't know why, but that reminds me of the Roseanne scene.
That's where I got it from.
Dad's dead!
Anyway, I hate you. All right, anyway, Ronda Rousey comes out. They've done this whole big, 3-week build for Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Okay. She wins this big turmoil match. We're not going to call it a gauntlet because it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to get into that argument because it makes my head hurt. They wrestle for a total of 5 minutes. And of course, Ronda goes over with help from Shayna. Now, something that they didn't mention is I believe Ronda Rousey hit her head really, really hard. Because Charlotte Flair's music pops. She comes out. And Ronda grabs the microphone. She starts saying something to Ronda Rousey about rehab or something like that. But she's talking like this, trying to get it out of her mouth.
Who said that? Was that Charlotte?
Ronda Rousey.
Okay, Ronda Rousey.
I think she hit her back of her head during the match or something because she was stammering. Like she couldn't get it out the way she wanted to say it and whatnot. So anyway, Charlotte gets the mic. She goes, "What do you want to take me on, Charlotte? At the Royal Rumble, is that next?" And she goes, "No, I want you tonight." And of course, the crowd's just losing it. She throws out the arms. Shayna Baszler's trying to tell Ronda, no, no, let's go to the back. This is crap. Of course, Ronda's like, you want to get. She said some line. Something real stupid.
I couldn't understand it.
Something about getting goofy or getting crazy or something like that.
Said,
it was terrible.
Something about she was feeling frisky.
Oh, she was feeling spicy.
Spicy, yeah.
But they ring the bell. Charlotte kicks her in the face right off the hammer. I mean, just kicks the shit out of it. Little back and forth for a few seconds. Ronda, she goes for the spear. Ronda counters into the armbar. And then Charlotte just kind of rolls over to her side for the 3 count. We have a new women's champion. Let me rephrase that. For the 14th time, Charlotte Flair is a world champion. 14.
You're going to be hard-pressed to find me ever disagreeing with a decision about how to book Charlotte Flair because they normally do it so well.
Too close to the Rumble.
Too fucking close to the Royal Rumble. That is a match that people would pay to have seen. Now, nobody pays for pay-per-views anymore unless you're Jim Cornette. But for fuck's sake, the Rumble's in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We couldn't have built a huge women's program over the next 3 weeks and had an actual match at the Royal Rumble for the women's title. What are we doing? And I get it, like the surprise return and the blah, 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 plus it needed something to build up SmackDown. Go fuck yourself.
Well, but hold on. But here's the deal. Did you really need that? You have John Cena in the main event. You have Drew McIntyre come back. And then you have the Uncle Howdy thing. You didn't need
it. You didn't need it. You could have waited. You could have pulled the trigger on it later.
I get Fox wanting something big for
New Year's Day.
For New Year's Day and everything. But they... Huh?
I said they should have called Max.
They really should have. Just
Slaying it.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the next part of SmackDown, because, you know, SmackDown. The tag team of John Cena and Kevin Owens defeat Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn by KO hitting the stunner on Sami Zayn.
Here's the sad thing. The match was good.
It was great.
Crowd loved it.
For what it was.
Only fucking thing people are talking about out of that match is John Cena's bald spot.
I know. God, it was terrible.
Now, here's the other thing. Remember,
it was terrible.
He paid to have his hair surgically implanted. And it just started falling out again. His head is literally just like not taking the hair that he's trying to grow.
You know, Ernest was going bald as well, so...
He looks so much... I swear to God, Ernest is his dad.
You think his name is John Anthony Felix Varney?
Yeah. His dad and Black Cena. What's his name? Darren Young. Black Cena. If you don't know who Darren Young is, look up a picture of him. He looks just like John Cena, except it's a black man. To the point where John Cena even cut a promo on him once and was like, "You're living proof that my mom had an affair with buckwheat."
Yeah. It was great.
Pepperidge Farm remembers, motherfucker.
Roman Reigns, of course. Not a sponsor. Good to see that. So, Roman technically suffers his first defeat in 3 years. However, he has still not been pinned for over 1,000, however many days, which I'm sure we'll get to in the blood date later.
Ridiculous.
I really wish they would go longer with this Sami Zayn bloodline storyline, because I see it coming to an end prematurely. There is so much that you can still get out of Sami Zayn and the turmoil with him and Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns. You could probably take that and stretch that to SummerSlam.
I think they're going to carry it for a while. Joe Smith the Don says KO got his receipt during that match for rupturing Roman's eardrum in War Games. John Wagner says, "Hello guys, longest reigning TWA champ is here. TWA, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
The backyard wrestling federation that I ran on a trampoline when we were teenagers. You fuck!"
He means he loves you.
And also, you were like 25. Shut up. Fucking weirdo. No, I'm kidding, John. I love you. We're cousins. I'm allowed.
Also, I'd like to talk about an injury that took place real quick that
I wish you fucking would, honestly.
During Braun Strowman and Gunther fight on SmackDown, I think Ricochet, he comes in to help Imperium from beating down fucking Braun Strowman.
Yes.
They all powder because he brings a chair to the ring. As Gunther slides out of the ring, he does what all good guys do with the chair, is you swing over the top rope to miss somebody. Hits Gunther right in the top of the head. As hard of a swing as I have ever seen on TV since, not a harder swing since Lesnar and Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
To which you see the crew of medics and stuff come over to him while he's on the ground like this. Here's the deal, folks. We know WrestleMania's coming up. We know the injuries that take place during Mania time. Can we at least wait till after the Royal Rumble?
Every single year we start getting hit heavy with injuries.
Hey, and watch this. You ready for a transition? There's a transition.
Yeah, what?
Hit the next slide, Johnny. Ready for transition? We talk about injuries there just to get to talk about injuries here.
That's AJ Styles. He got hurt.
He has suffered a broken ankle. It will not require surgery.
Just some time off to heal.
That was at a live show in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I think, and if you'll hit the next slide for me, Johnny, we also had another injury at Madison Square Garden on last Monday.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt returned, hurt his pinky.
Yep.
They were having a 5-man ladder match for the Intercontinental title on a live event.
Escobar, Mustafa Ali, Ricochet, and I forget the others.
Kofi Kingston and Gunther.
Okay.
Here's the deal. Kofi Kingston does this move where he jumps up and he puts his feet on their chest and stomps them into the ground. He did this from one ladder to the other. When he attempted it, of course, Santos Escobar put his leg down, immediately clutches his knee when he hits the ground and rolls out of the ring. And, of course, these photos that we got here are from fan accounts of actually taking the pictures at ringside. They had to walk AJ out.
Yeah.
He couldn't walk out on his own.
Sam
as far as Escobar, there hasn't been they don't know if he was just, just kind of tweaked a little bit, or if everything, if anything went serious. I'm sure we'll know within the next couple of days. But that's 2 so far. As AJ Styles and Escobar, 2 people that they could have used in the Royal Rumble to push for this year, that are already injured, and this is only January 1st.
Here we go. See how many we lose come April.
Probably February. All right, let's hit our next slide, Johnny. All right. Next week's SmackDown, this match was announced, and it's the Usos defending the Undisputed Tag Team Championships against Sheamus and Drew McIntyre.
It'll be a good match.
What do you think? Honestly, what do you think?
This close to the Rumble wouldn't be a bad time for them to have a program leading up to the Rumble with Sheamus and McIntyre for a match there. So I doubt they drop the belts next week. It's probably going to be a fucking finish.
Yeah, it's kind of what I thought too. Yeah. Here's the
However, I can very, very feasibly see them dropping them at the Rumble, unless they decide to pull a Charlotte Flair and change the titles next week.
Which is also a very...
I don't see it happening. I'm just saying.
It could be a possibility, though. One never knows.
Like I was telling Luke, the very best thing that you could possibly do is to keep the belts on Roman Reigns and the Usos for as long as possible.
Until one of them is dead.
Is this new generation's NWO. And you make them the most dominant force for as long as possible until Roman's ready to hang it up.
Yeah.
To make him dead West now. I'm sorry. I'll behave myself.
Anyway. Anywho, actually, before we get to the next slide, I believe this will be a perfect opportunity for something.
Check our shirts off?
Well, we can talk about it.
Hey, y'all. Be sure to follow all of our social medias over at Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. You can follow us on Twitter at ProWrestlingTD. You can send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. Follow us on TikTok at ProWrestlingThrowdown.
Right.
What?
No.
One.
Early? Sorry.
I will fucking end you.
Okay, first off, that's gimmick infringement.
And you can check out streamlabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown, where you can find our
merch store
over at the
merch store.
You're gonna God damn it. You can check out all of our cool shit. We got shit. Buy it. Check this shit out. Check out these new shirts.
Yeah, these are nice.
Check it out. It's got our names on it.
We got name tags now. That means we're professionals.
Cool. Check it out. It says Pro Wrestling Throwdown. If you can't read, if you can, read it. And stop asking me to do it.
They would already know that.
Feel free to read it in Braille.
The opinions and comments from Matt Fury
what is wrong?
are all for him and him alone.
All right.
You're welcome.
Anyway, yes, please check it out. Every dollar you spend at the merch store and or every dollar you donate gets your name one entry into the free drawing of merchandise giveaway through the end of the month. Blah blah blah. We still got we got to do the drawing for December now, and then we're up to start doing January.
Yep.
So check that out. You might win some free shit. It comes with a thing that we sign. That way we don't sign your shit.
Do that next week.
Yeah, we'll do it next week.
And here's the deal. We're going to be at Fight Underground in February 16th. If you buy an item from the Pro Wrestling Throwdown store and bring it there, we'll sign it no charge.
Yeah, we will with
his teeth.
I'm sorry. I need to relax today. I've had a lot of coffee.
Only a smidge. Something's happened.
I've had a lot of sugar cereals.
That happens.
I ate many bowls of smacks today. Because I'm a true 90s kid.
Your mother's on SmackDown. Shit, I'm sorry. I coughed.
Alright, sorry. Anyway, so yeah, check that out. Thank you for your patronage. And also, if you find us on Facebook, check out the Pro Wrestling Throwdown Facebook group that Max runs. We're all admins, but Max is the boss over there. That's his baby. So check us out. We do updates there. We talk a little bit of nonsense. I like this show. For
Might start
instance.
streaming some live stuff from there here in the very near future. What we got here? We got a question.
Who's going to be the surprise entrance for the Royal Rumble this year? All right, we'll do two. We'll each name two that we think is going to show up.
Men's and women's.
Men's and women's. So
Okay.
2 men, 2 women's. Max, we got. We think it's going to be the surprise.
Well, I got to go with Randy Orton. Just
Randy
I
Orton's
wouldn't doubt it.
because
Randy Orton's a good bet.
it is a good possibility. We don't know how real all the injury reports are. In this day and age, they could be throwing us a lot of false eggs.
It's also true.
We don't know.
I wish the people could see you because I just got this overwhelming urge while you were talking to just touch your cheek. Let it go! Let it go! Ow! 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 Ow!
Okay,
Don't put my hand there!
All right, children, don't make me turn this car around.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, so who's another one you think, Max?
For men's or women's? We get 2 for the men's.
Yeah,
and
2 for the men's, 2 for the women's.
Who else? I don't have another one right off the top of my head. Give me a minute. Go
Okay.
ahead.
What about you, big dog?
Well, could be several different people. This Japan deal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's a possibility that Muda is a member of the. Now that we've seen what took place, which we'll talk about here momentarily, what we saw take place last night.
Yeah.
I could see that being the bargaining chip.
I mean, I could see it.
So that's one. I would have said Cody Rhodes, but he's not going to be a surprise.
I was thinking the
Right.
same thing. And
He'll be on-
That's what I was gonna say.
He'll be on Raw tomorrow night.
Yeah, righty, Will.
Actually, I do have another one. Eric Young.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I didn't think about
Young's,
that.
Young's coming home.
There are a lot of possibilities,
Yeah.
but I would like to see Eric Young.
See, my number one pick's going to be Nick Aldis. He's officially a free agent. He told the NWA to kiss his ass.
Yep.
Come home, make some money, talk about it.
let's see.
And another one would be a Forbidden Door entrant. And
Jay White.
I'm sorry, saying considering the Japan deal, I would go so far if they could work it out. Okada,
Would be cool.
Kazuchika Okada.
Yeah, it would be
You know
cool.
he's 6'6".
Yeah.
It's a tall Asian man.
Yeah, it is.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it really is. How about the women's Royal Rumble? Anybody got any ideas of a return or a surprise entrant for the women's Royal Rumble?
The IWGP Women's Champion.
Well, I mean, other than Kyrie, because really by this time it's really not a surprise. Everybody kind of sees it.
That's fair.
Throw it out there and say possibly Ava Raine.
The Rockstar.
Yeah.
If depending on how much they build her up in that time period.
Yeah.
Well, and the
See
Royal
that?
Rumble is notorious for NXT call-ups.
Yeah. True.
I was thinking, women's Rumble wise. Now that it was originally, I had a whole other story planned for the show this week, and then SmackDown changed it because the rumor going around is that it was going to be Rhea Ripley and Ronda Rousey for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Well, now that that's not the case, I'm saying Beth Phoenix in the Royal Rumble to eliminate Rhea Ripley and to send Edge and her against Rhea and Finn to Mania.
I ain't mad about that at all.
I think that's where we're going to go with that. Or you're going to get Beth Phoenix versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So Beth Phoenix would be my call. If I was going to call somebody up, maybe Toxic Attraction.
Yeah.
Macchioto would be cool.
Tessa Blanchard, if she could keep her mouth shut, just
Yeah,
so they
but
could
how
run
do you-
a feud between Flair and Blanchard.
Here's the deal. We still have Naomi. That
It's true.
nobody knows what's going on with Naomi. That could be interesting.
Soraya.
If so, then that means Xavier Woods won't be in the Royal Rumble. He's too busy backstage.
You behave yourself.
What?
You behave yourself.
What? What'd I say? What'd I say?
You start.
Well, I thought you said.
What about Rick Boogs?
Huh?
About Rick
Boobs?
Boogs.
Fuck Rick Boobs.
Big E?
Fuck his face and the neck he wrote in on.
I like Rick Boogs.
Hold on.
I like Rick Boogs.
Speaking of Rick Boobs, how about Pat McAfee?
How about
Yeah,
that?
his tour with the NFL will be closing up, or his
Yeah.
tour with ESPN rather.
Logan Paul?
Logan Paul,
Honestly, I
Bad
would
Bunny?
rather Pat come back on commentary.
Could be
Wiz
Bad Bunny.
Khalifa. Cheers, boys. Good to hear your thoughts. Thank you, Johnny, for tuning in.
Thank you, man.
Check us out next week, 7:15 Central Time. All right, what do we got next?
All right. Actually, I'm going to let you take over this one.
All right, here we go. This was the match, y'all. Shinsuke Nakamura got specific permission to leave the WWE under contract and wrestle the Great Muta on his retirement tour. Sting's going to be a part of it next month. Darby, all that nonsense going on. But Shinsuke Nakamura picked up the win. It was a hell of a match. Obviously, it was the respect. For those of you who are unaware, Muta was the booker, promoter, blah, blah, blah. We talked about all this last week. But it was also during Shinsuke Nakamura's reign as IWGP World Champion, Muta took Nakamura under his wing and really put the company directly behind him, so he's responsible for most of Nakamura's success.
Yeah, 100%. And
it was a really great match. If you didn't see Nakamura's entrance specifically, he came out in this big white robe. They had the fucking strobe lights going. They had the violinist playing live for his song. It was awesome.
His actual theme song.
They both hit the miss spot. It was great. It was so good.
Well, and we knew it was going to be.
Well, yeah, it's a great fucking movie.
Yeah, well, even in his state now.
Yeah.
Still, he can go, obviously, which is what I'm saying. I mean, they sent Shinsuke over there. They let Shinsuke get the W. What better way to return that than to have Muta come back and eliminate Shinsuke from the Royal Rumble?
You're right.
Get that win back. Get that hero's reception.
And then what?
Because here's the deal.
To do his retirement thing with Sting and Darby directly after?
Coming back to the Men's Royal Rumble, we are in San Antonio, Texas.
Ain't bad, John. That's true.
And there has been rumor being kicked around of a KO Shawn Michaels match.
No, never gonna happen.
We said this about Sting.
Never gonna happen.
Said this about Austin.
Shawn just couldn't see the match happen. But he could see it with one eye.
Don West.
Don't you fucking talk to me. What's up, boy? What's up, nerd? With your nerd hair? That's my son, everybody. Yeah, no, Shinsuke, no, I'm sorry, I completely spaced. Shinsuke and Muta had a great match. It's awesome to see Muta getting, one, his opportunity to do his farewell tour, two, an opportunity to do some of his body of work in America.
Right.
When am I getting one of those 6 shirts? I will have one for you on your next visit, boy. I like them apples.
Yeah.
Applesauce.
I'll blow my nose on it for you.
No, you're not.
Come on, man.
Come on. No,
don't take the fun from me.
It's cool that he's getting to do it in the U.S. It's also really cool that Sting's going to be a part of it as well.
Yeah.
Well,
here's the deal. Muta has always been known as one of the premier Japanese athletes in professional wrestling for the last, 30, 40 years?
Yeah, man.
I mean, the man's been around forever.
Incredible.
His matches against...
One of the most brilliant minds in wrestling.
Starrcade 91.
Mm-hmm.
Ric Flair and the Great Muta in the when they were expanding and bringing NJPW and AJPW and all that over. It was called Starrcade Rising Sun or something like that. Ric Flair and Muta put on a clinic.
That's because, it's one Ric Flair in the 90s. You can't get better than that.
Well, and Muta went on to wrestle, Sting being one of his all-time
greatest rivals. So it's going to be really neat. I'm
excited.
I want us at one point, because we used to do these deep dives, and we should really do one for Muta, given his retirement, so we can really educate some folks at home about who he is. In case you're new to wrestling, or like you only watched the WWF and you weren't aware of WCW, so you didn't get Muta when he was in the U.S., whatever it is, we'll have to sit down and really outline his career and tell the people at home just how incredible this motherfucker is.
Because he really is. As a matter of fact, we might do that next week.
You damn skippy hippie. I have no idea where that came from.
After that match, hold on the slide. After that match, that's fine. Shinsuke Nakamura is called out by Bronson Reed on Twitter, and he says if Shinsuke Nakamura really wants to be the king of strong style, he can find me on Monday nights.
Is the guy on the right, constantly baked? Which guy which right?
Your right or
your
our
right?
right?
Also,
may have had a few Chardonnays, whatever.
Also, there are 2 things you can do if you don't like it.
Go to the merch store?
That's the number one thing you can do. Go to the merch store.
One is nothing. And the other is go fuck yourself.
I think where the baked thing comes in is that I have squinty eyes.
Oh.
I'm Italian. We have squinty eyes.
No, fuck that. He's stoned as a motherfucker and I'm getting drunk. It's our show. You don't like it? Tough titty. I always think, yeah, motherfucker, we do this show from a bedroom. This ain't no professional studio for this motherfucker. We got like 5 computer monitors. The fucking producer's getting high right now. Look at this.
I would like to state for the fact again that
Come
I
up in
actually
here,
just
come to
have
my house,
eyes.
talking shit. You.
And the smoke rolls in.
Yeah, no. Anyways,
I don't know.
that was like a Kamehameha.
I felt the power.
Yeah, you did.
Usually.
Our next slide, we're actually going to get into. We have been doing a lot of documentary watching.
Yes.
We've covered Teddy Hart. We've covered China. There's several other names that have been brought up that we're also going to cover with whatever documentaries. Andre the Giant can be found on HBO Max. Not a sponsor. But
Clearly not.
It gives you an in-depth look at life for Andre that normally no one would see.
You're right.
His relationship with Timmy White, referee Timmy White.
Oh, man. Well, Tim White was his handler.
His relationship with Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
His hardships, the battle with the knees going and the ankles going, and the fact that for most of the match with Hulk Hogan, you know, he didn't tell Hogan what the
He didn't tell Hogan he was going to put him over.
Just kept telling him, "Don't worry, boss.
I'll figure it out."
And then at the very end, there we were. Andre the Giant and Hogan, to some people, were considered really the end of the Andre era.
Yeah.
It really was. He was undefeated for 15 years.
He was.
Hadn't lost a match. His health was declining. They promised him Hogan if he would go and have the back surgery and the hip surgery. They promised him Hogan. They promised him Hogan in front of 93,000 fans.
I want a peanut.
I would love a peanut.
Not just the end of the Andre era, but the end of the territory.
Calm down,
definitely.
Walter with specs. This guy, Joe Smith, the Don, coming in clutch with some shitty jokes and bad haircuts.
Did he call you Gunther? Because I don't know who Walter.
Yeah, I've
is.
never heard of Walter, sir. It's Gunther.
Here we go.
That's right, kids. It's going to be one of them episodes.
Call your friends.
First of all, I am not Gunther with specs. I am a poor man's Jim Cornette, as we have established on this show with my constant use of the word book.
Too many F's. That's too many F's.
However, in that word book, as in you,
this,
your dog, your mammy,
hey man, why you gotta bring people's animals in?
Your couch, your face, and the neck you wrote it on.
So, I thought it was off the rails last week. Hang on, nothing.
I'm fucking out of control this year, baby.
I'm scared.
Woo!
I'm scared for next week. But no, Andre the Giant is on HBO Max right now. It's definitely a great watch. You get to learn a lot about the wrestling business from the aspect of someone who is an attraction.
Yeah, well, and that's really what the documentary does well is when you talk about Andre the Giant, most people only remember his body of work pertaining to the WWE.
Pertaining to Hulk Hogan.
Pertaining to Hulk Hogan specifically.
Yeah.
But he really was, before that, an attraction for certain territory spots.
Yep.
I think Vern Gagne used him a handful of times.
He was only in a territory for no more than a week at a time.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to lose that aura of him being special.
See, I sat and rewatched it with Luke, and he's a lot more knowledgeable than I was, so I was relearning a lot of things too. Where like you said, a lot of people remember Andre for the Hogan era.
Yeah.
Whereas I didn't realize watching that he actually had a lot of technical ability when he was physically capable. And you learned a lot about the territory styles that I didn't understand. They talked about how Vince first started reaching out. Yeah. Taking over the territory.
Yeah.
Everything. With Sable and all that.
There is a match I highly recommend everybody watch it. Andre the Giant versus Kamala.
Is that when Kamala body slammed him?
And that's when Kamala body slammed him.
Yeah.
That was a really good example of two. That was a really good example of one, using two attractions the appropriate way
Yeah.
And number two, you got to see just how really physically strong Andre the Giant was.
Well, and not only that, I mean, they mentioned in the thing, too, a lot of people don't know Kamala body slammed Andre. A lot of people don't know that Harley Race.
A lot of people forget that Harley don't just not know. A lot of people deliberately say that Harley Race.
Here's the deal. They even mention it in this documentary. They're like, anything that happened before WrestleMania 3, the WWE doesn't acknowledge.
Yeah.
Of anything.
Of anything at all.
Other than the Cyndi Lauper and that stuff. Other than that, when it comes to Andre the Giant, they don't mention the Battle of the Body Slams at WrestleMania 1. They don't mention, other than the fact they got a gimmick match every WrestleMania, that Andre the Giant never lost the Battle Royal.
Correct.
Royal Rumbles don't count because it's not the same kind of match.
Royal.
Had never lost never been pinned, submitted, counted out, nothing like that for 15 years. Yeah. Imagine that. That's a record that's never going to be touched.
Right, well,
ever.
But to give some perspective to that, the only way it was possible was, one, by protecting Andre's ability, which was limited, and two, it wouldn't have worked if he wasn't just a giant monster. If he hadn't been 7'1" or 2 or however tall he was, if he hadn't been over 500 pounds, there's no way, even in the 80s and even in the broken territory system, where you could have had somebody go over that long, that often, without it being very protected, without a belt always in mind. And I mean, it's just timing and necessity facilitated the perfect combination to excel Andre the Giant to the top.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, makes total sense.
Thank you.
But like I said, Andre the Giant is a documentary that's on HBO Max right now, not a sponsor.
Don't drink, don't smoke.
Go and check it out. It's definitely worth the hour, and I think it was like 54-minute runtime. Every bit of it is interesting. You'll learn a whole bunch of cool stuff. You'll see videos from Andre as a teenager wrestling. It's very interesting to see everything come together the way that.
Yeah, highly recommend. Watch it.
Yeah, 100%.
Watch it at home, kids, and then come back and report. Okay. We'll go to the next thing, because I'm pissy about this. Not about Andre. I'm pissy about this. That's Dragon Lee.
That is the cousin of Bruce Lee.
That's not the cousin.
And the father of AJ Lee.
Also not the father of AJ.
And is the distant, twice removed cousin of Keith Lee.
You cannot back up those statements. Those are completely...
You can't prove me wrong.
I think I absolutely can. Andre once drank 100 beers in one sitting. You are correct.
Yeah, with Ric Flair.
Yeah. And it wasn't just one time. He would regularly do that. That's back when they served beer essentially in wine bottles.
You know what I love about that story? Before we get in too much into the Dragon Lee story, so you can rant. The Ric Flair recalling of that. Ric Flair is not that much of a man. He used to pay the bartenders to
water his drinks down.
To water his drinks down so that he can compete with the younger guys. Do you think he ever did that to Andre? Fuck no, he didn't do that to Andre. Well, he drank all those beers.
Andre would have killed him.
Yep.
Andre would have shaken him up like a martini and cracked him open and drank him. Yeah, it would have just been
well, watch how you shake those hands towards the face there. All right, like so who is this guy?
All right, that's Dragon Lee. So he and his tag partner, whose name escapes me, just won the AAA World Tag Team Championships from FTR.
Like literally
just won last week.
Okay.
Like, I think 3 or 4 days ago. Here's the issue. We all know how much I love FTR.
Yeah, it's no secret.
No secret.
You just hate them.
We all know they're the best fucking tag team in the world right now. They dropped the belts from AAA that they've had for, I think, over a year. Excuse me. To Dragon Lee and his tag team partner. All fine. Those guys are a great tag team.
600 days. They had those titles for 600 days.
All fine and dandy. Great tag team, right? And then the second the guys win the belts, the second they take the belts off of FTR, they get on the mic, relinquish the titles, and announce they're signing with the WWE.
Dragon Lee was the only one to sign. Yeah, his partner did not sign.
But the team has to. But the team has to relinquish the title.
Yeah.
So, hey, you quiet down, you.
Yes, please.
Shut up.
And thank you.
Anywho, so now we took the belts off the best tag team in the world to give them to AAA's top tag team, only for their guys to drop those belts, one of those guys to leave, and now AAA doesn't have tag team champions. When we could have just put the belts, hear me out,
all right,
on another fucking fucking team.
Yeah.
And made the transition mean something. This is why, in professional wrestling, fucking shotgun booking and stupid shit, when you don't track the lineage of the titles from transition to transition, doesn't work. FTR spent the last 2 years making those belts relevant, defending them internationally, making them important to an American audience. The only fucking thing that Conan had to do was pick another team.
Yeah.
You knew the guys were signing because their contracts were up. They told you, the Dragon League told you he was leaving. So instead of putting it on them, I don't know, find 2 guys that ain't fucking going anywhere.
What is your Mount Rushmore of tag teams? That's 4 tag teams?
Midnight Express, Rock and Roll Express, FTR, and the Brainbusters.
Oh, good one. Let's see, Heart Foundation, Road Warriors, Steiner Brothers.
Damn, I forgot about this line.
And Harlem Heat.
I knew you were going to say Harlem. You were a big Harlem Heat guy.
Honorable mention the Dudleys.
Fuck! How could I not have put the Dudleys on there, considering they've held more tag team titles and more companies
than
all
the Road Warriors.
Yeah. Damn, I am slipping today.
Yeah, you are.
Whatever, I got the Midnight Express.
He's slipping, he's falling, he can't get up. I don't know the lyrics to that either.
Life Alert saved my life. You remember those commercials? Remember when we were kids and fall asleep?
I can't get up. Yeah, I remember that.
Live without you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So anyways,
I don't know what the fuck's going on right here. Yeah. So Dragon Lee, he's leaving the WWE. He's going to be great there. He's an incredible athlete, but he signed a 3-year deal with NXT, and they're paying him more than any other developmental contract.
Than standard NXT money.
Wonder how much money he's getting.
He's gonna get
the
enough.
Standard NXT money was running from like 50 to 75K.
This is the Triple H era, though.
So he's got to be making. I wouldn't think he'd leave Mexico for anything less than 125.
If he was smart.
Yeah.
You also don't count Dragon Lee out. He former Ring of Honor.
Dudley Boys better than everybody else.
Yeah.
Great.
Doom was pretty good too. But
fuck you. Doom was a Legion of fucking Doom ripoff.
No, that's Demolition.
Yeah, but they all. Oh no, yeah, Doom with
Ron Simmons.
Yeah, never mind.
Butch Reed. No Legion. I said the Road Warriors.
Yeah.
Same team. Calm yourself.
Well, the lag.
Oh yeah, probably a lag.
We do have a lag. That is correct. But yeah, they're going to pay him a ton of money, and that's cool and all. But now AAA needs to probably hold another ungodly fucking tournament.
Why not?
For these fucking tag titles. I have seen. We had like 9 tournaments this year alone.
That's what I mean. Why not? We've already had 37 of them. Why not?
Fine. Don't even run the fucking. Pick 2 teams. Pick them. Just walk into the locker room and be like, you, mask number 1 and mask number 2, you, fucko and fuckface.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the ring, wrestle for the belts, you're the new tag champs. Bada bing, bada boom.
And over.
That's all you got to do. No more tournaments, no more over-the-top rope battle royals, no more ladder matches. Just pick 4 guys. I don't give a fuck if they're tag teams. I don't give a fuck if they're wrestlers. Go to the audience. Find 4 cholos who are fucking hammered on cervezas, put them in the ring and let them fight it out. I don't give a fuck.
There's a perfect opportunity for a cha-cha.
Ja!
There it is.
Fucking turn the lights off, give them sticks, and just let them beat the shit out of each other until 2 guys quit. The 2 guys who didn't quit, those are your tag team.
That's it. That's our new That's a new T-shirt coming on the front. Turn the lights off on the back. Get a stick. Terrible. All right, let's. I think it's time that we need to tell the people if they have any questions or anything.
No,
like that.
bushwhackers! God damn it!
I fucking love Luke Williams.
You would. Hey.
Luke Williams is a bushwhacker.
Find us at.
I can't help it. We share the same name.
More like a weed whacker.
Mm-hmm.
Find us.
Hope you sneeze and shit yourself.
I'm never gonna get through this. Find us over at facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. You can follow us on Twitter at ProWrestlingTD. You can send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. You can follow us on TikTok at and, God damn it, you
Marstar.
can check it out. Hold on 1 second. check us out at streamlabs.com/pro-wrestling-throwdown, where you can access the
merch
store.
Don't rap the
Merch store.
You unidiocy has fuck. Over at the merch store. Ja! For those of you that missed it, I just killed Max. We need a new producer. Check it out. We got stuff.
Some big underwear.
Check out this shirt. Check this shit out.
Yeah, look
at
at
it. It's got our names on it.
That's all.
It's got everything you need. It's good.
It's down there.
Fucking
Where did you get that?
Want to go to a club where people
Where do
know
we
each
get
other?
this?
Over.
Merch store.
Oh, fuck you. We have shirts. We got hats. We got beanies. We got koozies. We got
Your mama's
sports
phone number.
bras. Well, that's true.
I
yeah,
still
check
have
us
it
out.
on my phone.
Every dollar you spend, as in purchasing, and every dollar you donate, gets you entered into the end of the month drawing for a free piece of merchandise.
That's your mom's phone number. Yeah, I told you I saved it.
866 dead. That wasn't very nice.
Oh man, no, that's hotline.
Damn you! Damn you, Scuba Steve!
I'm gonna be. This is the one. This is the one,
This
folks.
is the one.
This is the
where
one.
they cancel us.
This is where next week 2 other fat guys are gonna be sitting here,
I'm Johnny Gomez.
and I'm Nick Diamond. The sad part, Max is still gonna be here yelling merch store at the wrong time.
Would that make him referee Mills Lane?
He'll allow it.
I want to get clean fight. Somebody shoot that bird. No,
He'll take you home.
That's what you start with me. Gotcha. Stuff, please, thank you. Before this transition gets any more difficult.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Do you remember where you're at? And all of this? Have you lost your place yet?
No, we're talking about
Merch store.
Merch store. What the fuck were we just talking about?
Tag team.
I remember. Hate to be that guy, but where would you put Reigns in your list of top wrestlers of all time? Not on the top list.
He's not in my. He didn't.
Top build.
At least the top 20.
One of the most marketable, for certain.
Now, hang on. I think we should hang on to this.
And we'll talk about it
about
with the
this
blood day.
coming up. No. We have a list of.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah,
wanna
we're
give
going to wait.
anything away.
Sports Illustrated did a top 10 of 2022, which we'll cover.
Okay, we'll talk about
that then.
Oh, you're not going to do the PW
Put a
inside
pin-
the top 10?
Put a pin in there.
Because
It's just
there
Will
is,
Ospreay, and Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega.
Can't wait till January 4th.
What would your tag team name be? Actually, we were a tag team.
We didn't have a name.
We didn't need one.
Not because we were winners. Winners can do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Still undefeated.
You damn skippy hippie. Why do I keep saying who am I today?
I don't know. Am I still allowed to be
Check
me?
your sleeve.
I don't know.
Where I'm at right now.
Our tag team name, you know what it'd be?
Vicious and delicious.
He's
He's vicious and delicious. There we go. We could be the new version of the
you
Ding Dongs.
realize that shortened is just VD.
Yeah, it is.
Well, when the shoe fits,
I mean, can get itchy.
make sure you get yourselves checked, kids. Get your shots.
Can be itchy in here from time to time. All right. Now, let's move on to our next slide, Johnny.
Yes, sir.
You're apparently Walter Respects. Two fat dudes in a podcast. That's what we'll call it.
It has been announced for the January 13th edition of SmackDown that Braun Strowman will officially challenge Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, I think this match is going to be pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I think that Braun will be receptive to the strikes. He'll make him look good. He'll be able to maneuver around Gunther well.
Well, on SmackDown, Gunther went to throw the chop, and Braun just grabbed his hand and stopped him.
They're going to be able to tell a story about Gunther's ability to strike and Braun's size. I think it'll be a good match.
This is the first time that Gunther's actually had a match other than Sheamus that's the same size.
We did not put something in the rundown that I should have made sure was in
which we could cover right now. Sasha Banks.
that and I had another thing.
Okay.
I wanted to talk about the botched finish on AEW between Death Triangle and the Young Cucks and that idiot.
Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny.
Kenny.
So basically, Pac,
Amazing how many people named Kenny I don't like.
Pac has Nick Jackson in the rings of Saturn, stretching him. It's a fucking false count anywhere business. I don't remember the deal. And Omega has, I want to say, Ray Phoenix up for the one-winged angel.
Okay.
He comes off the riser and he puts Phoenix through the tables. Now this was supposed to be a tandem spot where Omega got the 3 count just as Nick Jackson started to tap. Where it was supposed to look, because Pac was supposed to perceive that his team had won, and then when they announced that the Elite won, that it would be the reason Pac gets all mad or whatever.
Right.
What they actually did was miss the cue. Omega gets the 3 count. Pac lets go of the hold, and you can go back and watch this. When he lets go of the hold is when Nick started tapping. Nick Jackson, kids, your hero, your indie darling, wasn't even in a submission when he started tapping the mat after the 3 count had already been counted. Yeah. And that was match 6 of their best of 7, so they're going to go to some fucking death match business between the 6 of them. And who gives a shit? It's been the most boring fucking... And here's the thing. I think the Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers have incredible chemistry. Yeah. I do. I've said that before. As much as I dislike the Young Bucks, there's something special when they wrestle the Lucha Brothers.
Yeah.
I think that Kenny Omega, despite my disinterest in his ability, has incredible chemistry with Pac.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Why we can get such great tag matches and such great singles matches, and then we just rehash this one match over 6 times, and it has been entertaining, at least to me. I want to speak for myself and other people. But then for that fucking idiot to release the whole, like, you're on live TV, you get paid millions of dollars. And you know what you're doing, nominally, otherwise you wouldn't have gotten that far. Why would you start tapping when the hold was relinquished?
Yeah.
That's
first.
Doesn't make a lick of fucking sense.
That's first year greenie stuff. That's what that is.
I have never met a first year green. I've never met a fucking first day trainee who would have ever submitted when they weren't being held in a submission.
Yeah.
Stupid.
That's a good point.
And that's why when you flip over and you see the Usos and fucking the New Day going at it bar for bar, not missing a fucking step, people stop watching AEW and they continue watching the WWE, which AEW was touted at one point of having the best tag team division in the fucking world.
Yeah.
And instead, we got fucking, what would I say AEW's match of the year is? Whichever one Meltzer rated the best. I don't...
AEW match
probably
of the year?
Punk and Moxley, if I had to guess.
Ooh, I don't know. I thought him and Darby was pretty good.
Yeah.
Punk
and MJF.
That dog collar match.
The dog collar match.
That would be the AEW match of the year. Without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. But anyway, that was the thing that I wanted to make sure we got in there. And also we're going to talk about Sasha Banks as of today. Yes? Oh. As of today, she is a free agent. Her contract is fully done. She can take bookings anywhere she wants. And she will be at Wrestle Kingdom on January 4th. We don't know if it's going to be night 1 or night 2.
Right.
Well, we should be at Wrestle Kingdom. I don't know if it's going to be the 4th or 5th. But she's going to be there. Is she going to challenge Kairi Sane for that IWGP Women's title?
I'd totally be all right with it.
Then, of course, we're also promoting a mystery tag team partner for Saraya on AEW in a couple weeks.
Did you see this?
Dude, I fucking love this. How baked are you from Zero to Riddle? Who are you talking?
Randy.
Riddle.
Which guy?
Randy.
Are you talking to Beard?
Yeah, Randy.
Or Face?
Randy.
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 Riley.
Riley. Randy.
Riley.
Randy.
Riley.
Randy.
Jimmy. No, only Randy Orton at this particular moment.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the new code word. Randy Orton.
Gunther surely doesn't lose this. I don't believe Gunther will drop the Intercontinental title.
No, that's not gonna happen until Mania.
So we got Sasha Banks, possible. Well, we know she's going to be at Wrestle Kingdom, but she could also possibly be showing up on AEW as a tag partner for Saraya.
Could all be a swerve, and it's a deal they've worked out for her to.
Or she comes back at the Rumble.
She comes back at the Rumble.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. Who knows? We're going to find out.
We'll never know.
Very soon. All right, what's next on this gobbledygook?
All right, this is one of your favorite topics of all time. No, it's not yourself.
Ha ha! I love it though. The show is great. I've barely laughed a few times. Thank you, Johnny. That's our attempt here.
Well, be sure to share and like and subscribe, man.
We attempt to be both funny and entertaining while also being educational. We're basically Miss Frizzle, but we're allowed to drink.
Yeah.
This isn't a Magic School Bus. This is a bedroom.
I was in a Magic School Bus once.
Just because you sat in the Magic School Bus doesn't mean you're actually in.
Okay, first off. Yeah, you're right.
All right. Nick Aldis, yes, I mentioned earlier, is also officially a free agent.
Can we not just sit here for a second and admire that?
Look at that motherfucker.
That dude looks like a champion.
That looks like a professional wrestler. That looks like an NWA world champion. That looks like somebody you would send all over the world to defend your world title.
It's definitely an NWA world champion. I mean, he's holding the belt.
And, like, for the NWA to mismanage Nick Aldis, who just turned, 35?
Yes,
so
36.
So he's in what we like to call the prime spot
of
his career, that 35 to 42 years of age where you're on the money. For the NWA to mismanage their biggest asset, the only reason they've made any money at all during the pandemic up till now is because of Nick fucking Aldis. Yep. They were able to sell out the venue in St. Louis, Wrestling the Chase, again, which they hadn't done since the NWA was in full fruition in the 1980s, because on the back of Nick Aldis. And for them to mismanage it to the point where he has to leave when AEW offered him money, when Impact offered him money, when the WWE has offered him money multiple times to come in, and he has stood by that fucking Smashing Pumpkins idiot the entire time, neglected taking bigger paydays, neglected taking other bookings internationally, and now fucking he's done.
He looks like me if I would be in great shape and have a six pack too. I mean, I like to think so. Except he doesn't have this luxurious.
Oh yeah,
that's my.
And who's the NWA World Champion right now?
I believe that is the Funkasaurus himself.
Tyrus, fucking Tyrus, fucking Brodus Clay, fucking giant, big, dumb, fucking idiot. And the only reason he is the NWA World Champion, the only reason they put the fucking belt on him in the first place is because he's got a morning spot on Fox News. That fucking Smashing Pumpkins idiot has even admitted it. So not only is he a shitty fucking wrestler, he's only being packaged because he's a MAGA right-wing fucking nutcase. And instead, we opted for that over having a legitimate world champion. Yep. So now, I hope Nick Aldis goes to the WWE. I hope he makes lots and lots and lots of money. But I hope he does nothing but make stacks and bang rats. And I hope he fucking becomes world champion. And then I hope he goes to Tyrus' house and pisses in his mouth.
Jesus Christ, man.
Fuck!
You feel better.
No, I'm furious.
I can tell as you laugh. Christ. Oh my God, I'm worried for my own life here. All right, but no,
Tyrus.
Here's the deal.
Ruin my NWA.
or Cody Rhodes, Nick Aldis underneath the WWE banner take all of them.
You know the shitty thing about that is Cody Rhodes didn't like working with Nick Aldis. And I don't understand why.
I wouldn't either. He's he's a hell of a professional.
Yeah, Nick Aldis went on an interview with Busted Open.
I love these 20-second rants.
It's
20 seconds for you people.
It's a
lifetime for me.
But he went on an interview, I want to say 6 or 7 months ago, with Dave LaGreca, and talked about, because LaGreca asked him if he and Cody were ever going to have a rematch.
Yeah.
And Aldis said pretty specifically, well, I don't know. He seems to have some kind of issue with me, and I don't know that we could ever get it worked out. Obviously, I'm open to it, but I just don't know if it's ever going to happen.
Yeah. Which
is a shame. I don't understand why two guys who have the traditional wrestling chemistry that they have wouldn't want to work together and make bunch of money.
Yeah.
But what do I know about wrestling?
All right. Well, to go from Nick Aldis, where the Sports Illustrated put out its top 10 wrestlers of 2022.
I can't read it. I just like to look at the pictures.
I'm going to go from 10 to 1.
Okay.
We'll give a little bit of notes as we go through.
Can we hang on just 1 second?
Can I ask what you think? Why you think Batista was backstage at SmackDown? Hall of Fame 2023 inductee? Possibly.
Possibly so.
Also could be promoting something for one of his movies, one of his deals with Netflix. Could have just been in the area.
Yeah. Well, he has a movie coming out in February.
Yeah, he was probably just in the area and then doing some sort of promotional work.
Yeah.
And I absolutely believe he belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Maximus?
Now, before we start going into these, we were talking about him earlier, and I had an argument with a few things that you kind of justified for me, because this is not a list of the best technical or most sound wrestlers.
Okay.
The best wrestlers.
This is the top 10 of 2022.
Yes.
So these are the best lookers.
Promotion-wise, sort of.
Okay.
Not just promotion-wise,
stats and whatnot.
airtime, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
not necessarily who's the best, most sound technical wrestler.
Yeah. Johnny, give us number 10.
All right.
Who is that?
I don't have a fucking
That is
clue who
Slamovich.
that is. Masha Slamovich?
Masha Slamovich.
She made Sports Illustrated number 10?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to guess for her position in Impact as well as her position on the Indies.
Okay.
I mean, I have heard a lot about her. This is Sports Illustrated. This is not my list.
Okay.
We can
talk about I've also never seen these before, so.
Yeah, okay. We're going to go with 9. Who's that man?
That is Cash Wheeler.
That is correct.
Cash FTR, one half of FTR, best goddamn tag team in the world, brother.
That would come in at 9. Who we got at 8?
Bet you it's Dax Harwood. You're goddamn right it is. The best professional wrestler in the best traditional Southern Memphis style professional wrestler in the fucking sport today. There is nobody that can even lace Dax Harwood's boots. He's even better than Cash is.
Yeah.
Cash,
good.
While faster, younger, and a little more charismatic, Dax Harwood crosses every single fucking box. If he were just 6'2". That's my only thing. Is it's so hard for guys his height, because he's 5'11", and boots he's 6 feet. That's fine.
Yeah.
But it's so hard for guys in his height to get like the notoriety they deserve when he is so fucking good.
All right, we have our next number, Johnny. According to Sports Illustrated, El Viking. Oh,
that's
I don't want to say his name and mess it up.
That's a guy from AAA that we were supposed to do research on, but didn't.
Yeah.
He's a high flyer. He's damn good at it.
He's
I don't
also
know
been AAA champion.
Yeah. I don't know anything about his work. I apologize.
He comes in at number 7.
Okay.
Number 6. That
fuck is that?
Is Jamie
Hayter.
The AEW
Women's Champion. Yeah, okay.
They due to the climb up the ladder, consistent good matches, which I mean can be said she has had pretty significantly good matches.
But
I don't know the criteria. This is Sports Illustrated.
Okay.
Okay, give me the next one. You know who that is?
Bill Osby.
Of course, he would be in the.
That's Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
He's this generation's greatest professional wrestler. My ass. Him. I want him. I want Omega, and I want Zack Sabre Jr.
Well, you're gonna love the next couple numbers on this list.
Motherfucker.
Give us the next one, Johnny.
I bet you it's Zack Sabre Jr.
Kidding.
Oh, fuck God. Thank you. Fuck.
I'm just kidding.
Fucking get my blood pressure running.
Somebody, Johnny said that something about odd picks.
Yeah, some odd picks. Yeah.
These are picks that I chose off the internet.
No, he means picks as in selections, not pictures.
Yeah, not pictures, picks.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they are very odd. Again, I don't know anything on the criteria.
I read that
wrong. What, somebody got super fucked up and decided to look at something that looked like wrestling?
Could be pitched in several.
Roman Reigns is coming in at what?
What number is Roman Reigns, Max? You got the numbers over there? 5, right?
I don't have the list pulled up.
Pretty sure he's number 5.
Okay.
Give us number 4.
So the longest reigning world champion in history of the WWE is not even the top 2 in the world.
Also, he's only had 32 matches all year.
Number 4.
Okay, Roman's 4. Okay.
4. Okay, number 3. No doubt in my mind she belongs on this list.
1,000% Bianca Belair stands at number 3. I know her.
Yeah. The hottest thing in the women's division on Raw, for sure.
Most athletic, most formidable, has the best transitions, clean ball. I mean, she's the entire package.
Number 2.
Fuck you.
John Moxley.
Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Fuck John Moxley.
The only argument that I'm going to make to John Moxley coming in at number 2 is the fact that he had to pick up the ball that AEW dropped when he was promised time off.
Totally commendable work ethic.
Yeah.
But as far as being one of the best professional wrestlers...
No. Top of 2022.
Whatever. Top whatever the fuck. Fuck you, he's not.
Because if we were going to do that
He certainly... look, I'm not even going to argue that he shouldn't be top 10 on the list. He certainly shouldn't be above Roman.
No.
Maybe top 10 of who bled the most.
Yeah. I'm going to drink his blood. I'm going to eat his bones. I'm going to gargle his piss. Fuck you, John Moxley.
All right, and the number one wrestler.
If it's not MJF, we riot.
It isn't.
Fuck.
Seth Rollins.
All right. I'll
No, you said it wrong.
Seth Franklin
Say it
Rollins?
right.
Say it.
You say it right.
Seth freaking Rollins. Ready for that?
I won't argue
that's
against
fair.
Seth being the best
That's
wrestler.
fair. That's okay.
He's been
I
on
won't
top of
argue
this
against
game
that.
all year. His matches against Cody Rhodes
The
were
man is a
legendary.
visionary.
Yeah.
He's a revolutionary.
It should have been Rollins in at 3, Moxley in at 2, and Rollins Reigns in at 1. If they were going to
Number one was Danhausen. I wish.
Fuck
Yes.
I wish it was.
Do not come to this house with your garbage and your nonsensicalness.
Should have been Romans and Seth, not 1 and 2.
Yeah, I
Now,
don't argue
here's
against
the
Rollins.
deal, gentlemen. Can we go back wide for a second?
Buddy, we are one.
Go,
Oh,
oh yeah,
wow.
we can go
Big
back. Why?
All right.
Singing my
So, for anyone who has an idea for Sports Illustrated that maybe they need some new writers, be sure to write.
Superman. Sorry.
Clark Kent.
Is that the Little Peak?
That's right.
No, for anybody who has a problem with Sports Illustrated, be sure to write them, tag them on Twitter, let them know that they're stupid,
Tell them to
and
fuck
that their
you.
top
we
10
said
list
so.
sucks. Other than, of course, Seth Rollins and Bianca Belair, which I told
I
you.
just don't get how you. Go ahead.
Just make sure you tell them Pro Wrestling Throwdown said to send you.
Okay,
that
so
link.
the parameters of this deal is
We want credit.
just in 2022, and it's not necessarily who the best wrestlers are, but who had the best year.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess, but I still don't see how Roman doesn't come out as number one. Literally been world champion for the entire year.
Well, he's only wrestled, what, 12 matches? This
Doesn't
year?
fucking matter. He's still world champ.
Well, you got to add in.
He's still making
well,
millions
yeah.
of dollars.
Yeah.
He's still just packing stacks and banging rats.
I mean, he did break the top 5.
That's what I'm saying.
Even I would say, and while acknowledging my tribal chief, I would still say that everything that Seth Rollins did in this year was far more entertaining than everything.
I can see
together
that.
Rollins did.
Yeah,
That's true.
I guess if you really got to consider too, Moxley was working more. Maybe I'm too critical on Mox because he was working more dynamites and more more of their just week to
Just
week to
coming
week
out
to
of
week
rehab,
shows, just
too.
coming out of rehab. And he did take the ball and run with it, and he's huge for the AEW fan base. So I guess I could see that.
I can see why MJF's not on there due to the fact that he was not
Fuck
back.
you,
He was not back till what, October?
fuck you.
So he
MJF
pretty much missed out on a lot of
MJF
2022.
is the best. MJ.
Somebody make that a gift too, please.
Never gonna happen. Aha!
Aha!
Man.
And with that closes up our daily dose of news. So we all know what this time is.
Oh, is it that time?
It is that time.
All right, it's time for everybody's favorites. Hey, Wolfie, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
It's time for
Jerry
everybody's
Wolfie!
favorite fucking part of the show. It's time for birthdays.
Bullshit.
Max, take it away.
No, beat you.
All right.
You
First,
kicked my ass last week.
Of course, it's time for the blood date where we acknowledge
I've had a blood date
Acknowledge.
before.
acknowledge your tribal
You
chief.
should
and
try
you
a
have the
squishy.
table.
You should try a squishy fig neck.
Roman Reigns. And I actually forgot to collect the dates, but they should be at about.
That's your one job.
I know, and I fucked up, didn't I?
That's your
No,
one.
they
That's
should be at
literally.
852 days for Roman Reigns.
Jeez.
You know that guy from NORAD who has to track Santa Claus? Your one fucking
And
gig is to track how many
532
days he's been
days.
champion.
For the Usos.
532 for your tag team champions. Will they make it 523?
Time will tell.
We'll see. We'll
Wait,
see.
did you just say 532 and then will they make it to 523?
That's not all what I said.
Okay. You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Also, now do
don't
we want
trust you.
to address that question about Roman Reigns?
Oh, wait. Yeah, la. What did he say? What did he say? What did he say? Go back. Sports Illustrated sucks ass. Roman Reigns has to be number one, then Rollins, then MJF. Fuck Sports Illustrated. Actually, suck ass. That's annoyed me. Fuck him. You right. You right, Johnny. Johnny Lamaz. Sorry, John.
Are you good?
Let's see.
What's the question about? What is it? Where do we put Roman? Top 10? Something? My God.
Something like that. We may actually answer that in your rantings.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, I hate to be that guy, but where would you put Reigns in your list of top wrestlers of all time?
Yeah, okay.
I mean, he's definitely, there's an argument for maybe to be top 20. I think that's a fair.
Yeah,
thing to
I
say.
think that's fair.
Yeah.
Top 20 at least, maybe top 15, top 10. You're pushing it just because his work is limited. But
again, from our perspective, then you got to ask: are you talking about technically wise?
Right.
Are you talking
Yeah.
about popularity?
there are a lot of pieces to that you have to explore.
Yeah.
All right, Max, give me some reasons to kick Luke's ass this week.
All right, so that means birthdays.
Hey!
My birthday.
All right.
Start out birthday today. We have 2 today.
That is the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, one of the top wrestling managers of all time. Managed a couple factions in Hulk Hogan and WCW.
From around here.
Gotta be in the 70s, I would imagine. I'm gonna say 76.
I'm going to go with you one better than 77.
How about 79 years ago
Damn, you
today?
prices
Give me a
right,
heart.
motherfucker.
I knew he had to be up there. It was a guess to either go under you or over you. So.
I want to shit in your hat. And I want Mae West to come sit on my lap because I'm one horny motherfucker.
Sharing his birthday. It's not DDP.
But DDP's ex-wife,
Kimberly Page.
Kimberly Page.
Leader
I
of
just
the
like that
Nitro
picture.
Girls.
Mm-hmm. Goddamn, DDP looked good back then, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He was old as fuck
Fucking
then.
put together. Yeah, he was in his late 40s at that time.
Yeah.
That was around the time he faced Jimmy King.
Kim would be what, 64?
I can't tell you that.
53.
How about 52?
Damn, I missed
Really?
it.
No point.
That
sounds about
crazy.
Really?
His Page is in
Yeah.
the 60s.
Yeah, well, she was an instructor.
Yeah, I guess you're right. All
Johnny,
right,
let's go to the third.
there he is.
Jim Ross.
The Okie from Muskogee. The greatest commentator in the history of our great sport, Mr. Jim Ross. Has called wrestling since longer than some of us have even been alive. Called for WCW, the WWF, WWE, AEW. He's called New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's called territories. He started out as a referee, believe it or not.
Has his own barbecue company, has his own cookbook.
Sat down under the learning tree of one Bill Watts. Learned how to manage talent. Learned how to book. He was part of the creative team. He was part of talent relations for years. Held a number of office and executive gigs. The motherfucker's got a resume longer than, well, you know.
A long resume?
Yep.
Jim Ross is 77 years old.
Shake the floor. Jim Ross, 78 years old.
Jim Ross would be 71
71.
years old on the 3rd.
71 years young, baby. He's retiring next year.
Is that what you said? I wasn't even paying attention.
No, I said 77.
That's
No
what
point.
that's
Yeah,
what
no
I-
point. Yeah, he retires next year. His contract's up.
Good.
And it's looking like he may not resign. He may just go home, retire in Florida, and be done with it.
He'll go work Triple H.
And on the 4th,
What the fuck is that?
Jim Powers.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I don't fucking know who's Jim Powers. What do you do?
The professional tag team with
He
the
used to
Z-Man.
be a very large, muscular giant of a man.
Well, fuck you, Jim.
He was also, let's see, it was, Jim Powers was a, let's see, him, Rick Martel, him, and Tom Zink. I'm going to say
Oh, Tom Zink.
the Z-Man. I'm
What
going
a
to
waste of potential.
72.
73. Fuck it.
How about 65?
Wow. Looks
No
like my
point
local
again.
chiropractor.
Yeah, it looks like he's like, hey, do you want to buy a car?
And we have a
Looks like a tax
remembrance
accountant.
on the 4th. Would have
Chris
been
Canyon.
Canyon's birthday.
Who's better than Canyon?
1990
Nobody.
to 2010.
Chris Canyon's life came to an end tragically due to suicide.
Jim Ross has shot himself at the desk multiple times. He doesn't get up from his seat. Just part of the game, man.
Well, they were
Wear
diapers
darks.
for that.
Wear darks.
Yeah.
Jim Ross's #1 piece of advice to all brand new commentators: wear darks.
Yep.
Don't drink a lot of water.
Dude, he was the felt that he needed to hide who he really was.
Yeah.
Which if he would have just held on a little longer, you know, the gay, lesbian, community-
Transition.
Yeah,
the,
thank
the,
you.
the the LGBTQ coming to fruition in larger parts of media, specifically in sports in the 90s and 2000s, would have included Kenyon, and he would have been more accepted. However, the WWE consistently attempted to push his sexuality as a measure of as a storyline, and he always refused because, specifically speaking, he didn't want to be known for only being the gay wrestler on TV.
Yeah.
He was incredibly talented.
He was also the stuntman for Oliver Platt.
Oliver Platt in
and
Ready to Rumble.
Ready to Rumble.
Worked his ass off in that movie. Him and Gregory Helms.
Yep. Rest in peace, Kenyon.
I still say the best part of Monday Night Nitro.
Oh my God, are we
the
gonna talk
whole
about
year of 1998, when every single commercial cut, he would show up and diamond cut somebody, look at the camera and yell bang, and he did the entire broadcast.
The best one is he's
fucking great.
He's escaping in a car, pulls up to the toll, gets out of the car, runs around the car, diamond cutters the guy, yells bang, runs back around the car in it and drives away.
Fantastic.
It doesn't get much
I remember that now. Oh. Let's go to the 6th.
Well, that's Miss Jackie.
Ooh, Miss Jackie. Yes, she is. Every bit of her.
Miss Jackie. Wow.
You could. Yep.
And here's the thing.
Just turn the lights off and
man alive.
Stick, Mama.
Ain't a man alive that can take Miss Jackie.
No, sir.
Not one. I put my money.
Just before you guys sign off, we've had a great laugh tonight, and the show has been great. You two and the team are awesome and continue to give great content. Thanks, dudes and dudettes. Well, thank you. We're not going anywhere yet. The show's not over, but if you got to run, be sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel. That way you keep yourself updated here.
Pass it
Come
along,
back and see
please.
us. Check out the social medias, and thanks for watching. Otherwise, stick around and enjoy the rest of the show.
Yep.
If that is your real name, Johnny Lame Ass. No, I'm kidding.
I thought it was Lamaze. I thought we said it was Lamaze. Breathing. You can't give the guy a second nickname after I've already given him a nickname.
Give him as many names.
That's like calling somebody.
I'm sorry.
That's like calling somebody. Hey, you know that guy over there? That dude's name's Gigantor Tiny Feet. It makes no fucking sense. You're either Tiny Feet or Gigantor. Believe me when I tell you, I know about nicknames because Max is.
Okay. But hold on. Can't you be just a really large man with really small feet?
Absolutely not.
Oh,
you look weird.
I don't think we are allowed to criticize people on looking weird.
Hey, I'm fat. I can say what I want.
Said I was fat, didn't say I was ugly.
Oh, no, I'm a handsome man under this beard.
How about we get back to birthdays?
How about you don't tell me how to do my job?
Isn't that my job?
Miss Jacqueline, 64.
Oh. 60.
How about 59?
Damn!
Nothing of points. Luke's in the lead. 1-0.
We're
Got a
losing our
couple
asses.
wrestling birthdays.
Just call it a job.
But first, we have one more remembrance on the 7th. That is Chavo Guerrero Sr.
Classic.
The
1949-2017.
One of the originators of the Guerrero wrestling family in Mexico. The Guerrero wrestling family actually got into wrestling by mistake. They bought a boxing ring and wanted to promote boxing, and ended up accidentally promoting professional wrestling, and that's weirdly how the Guerrero family came into it. Chavo Guerrero is one of the heads of the family, and he created a legacy that's going to outlive the test of time.
Chavo, Hector, and Gory.
Gory Guerrero.
Rest in peace.
It's crazy that Hector Guerrero's as young as he is, because he looks old as shit.
Yeah, he does. He looks just like Eddie.
Yeah. Oh, he looks just like... You can't tell me that he's not Eddie's real dad.
His brother.
I know.
I mean, it could be his dad, too. Wherever you go, whatever you do in your life.
And we have 2 birthdays on the 7th.
How many?
2.
Oh.
That's Alicia Edwards.
Alyssa Edwards. That is Eddie Edwards' fucking wife.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
she's in a Chunky Duncan.
She is awful.
Yeah,
she is just not good.
No,
I don't know who watched her match and thought we should sign her to a TV deal, but
whoever decided that we needed to tote that garbage bag Jordan Grace on TV every week.
I knew it was going to happen.
And here's the deal. If Jonathan Gresham wants to say something to me about it, you have to be this tall. And you obviously ain't. This girl is obviously too good for Eddie Edwards.
I'm going to say she's 34.
I'm going to go with 35.
How about 36?
I knew she was in the upper 30s.
And West's birthday, West's wrestling birthday.
Last wrestling birthday?
On the 7th.
Half of him's dead.
Fuck Darby Allin. He's an abusive piece
Half
of
of him skeleton, so half of him isn't aging. De-aging.
He's
32.
31. Fuck, I don't care.
Darby Allin will be 30 years old.
30. Wow, younger than me.
Is that another point?
Who's better, the Guerreros, the Von Erichs? That's a hard question.
Von Erichs. Without a doubt, Von Erichs. There was more big-named Von Erichs than there was Guerreros.
In the United States.
Around the world.
The Von Erichs were only head of the Texas territory.
But they also...
They never had a real stake in the NWA.
They had a huge,
the
huge impact over in Japan. One of them died.
I guess your argument would be who's better, Kerry or Eddie? Because it would come down to the quintessential member of the family. Yeah, I'll say the Von Erichs on a safe with an asterisk. How about that? Asterisk.
I'm gonna say my personal preference will be the Von Erichs.
Asterisk.
Possibly.
Could be.
Yeah. How old's Darby Allin?
Just
kidding. I don't give
30.
a fuck.
He's 30.
Fuck him.
All right, Joe, do you get into some fun stuff? The celebrity birthdays.
Yeah,
we got a shit ton of them.
Let's get it.
All right, we're gonna start out.
Sleep, get cranky. It's that guy from all the Medea movies.
It's not Tyler Perry.
No, he's an actor.
He's in most of them.
Yeah. He does a lot of plays
Morris
for
Chestnut.
Morris Chestnut.
Yeah.
Okay.
44?
45.
How about 54?
54.
Point Luke again. Also on the 1st, today, we remember
my whole day.
Vern Troyer, Mini-Me, 1969, 2018.
First off, Vern, there's nothing that sticks out in my mind more of Vern Troyer than on the Surreal Life, him on that fucking scooter, taking a piss in the corner. While the people are filming him, he just arching his back, waving at them. What's up, fools? Yeah, I fucking love Vern Troyer.
Vern Troyer was great.
Come up a little short, but I mean...
Now that was a low blow. He's still taller than Jonathan Gresham.
Hey,
sorry.
Let's go to the second, Johnny.
Hey! No! You're not allowed to say that. No. All right. Let's get on with it, as is Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
We're going to go gooba down.
I'm a Navy man. That is good old tax evading fucking Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Man.
Well, I mean, obviously Jerry Maguire comes to mind.
Yeah.
Snow Dogs.
Pearl Harbor.
Oh,
One of
yeah.
my favorite Cuba Gooding Jr. parts.
The movie he did with Anthony Hopkins called The Murder of Crows was really good too. Let me go first. 48.
49, because I think he's older. I think he's in his 50s.
Good call. How about 54 tomorrow?
That's what I said. That's what I said.
No, it's not. Don't listen to him.
That's the way it sounded in my head.
These are not the droids you're looking at. No, fuck, I guess he said it.
Everything that I said, I no longer believe.
Hey!
Right. Hey, it's that guy.
That is Taye Diggs.
Taye Diggs, all right.
He was in Equilibrium. He was in Rent.
I don't know what that is.
Equilibrium was a movie.
I know what Equilibrium is.
Yeah, Rent is a musical. He was on
I
Broadway. You saw? I was in it. You've seen me in it. I played the character he played. I'm the only white Betty in history. Yeah, motherfucker.
You are a white
Betty.
Motherfucker.
You are white Betty, right here. Taye Diggs is.
This time on Earth was cut short. It really was.
50.
I wanted to say a Tyrese joke. But
You behave yourself.
I'm gonna say 54.
How about 52?
Damn!
No point.
Son of a bitch!
One more on the second.
One more on the second, Kevin.
Oh, it's the guy. That's not the guy from Scrubs.
Dax Shepard.
Yeah,
Dax Shepard.
it's the guy who looks like Scrubs.
Without a paddle. By far, that and Zan Thura, two of my favorite of his
And
movies.
you want to talk about marrying up?
Yeah, he fucking
God
did.
damn.
Yeah, he fucking did.
How
do you fail upwards? How does that work? He was on Punk'd when he first started.
I love how he tells a story about when they got married. They signed a prenup because he wanted to protect all his money. And then it was like, now she makes way, way more money than I do.
And she reminds you of it
every day.
He's not as old as you think he is.
No. 46?
44.
How about 48? You got a point.
That's a lot older than I thought
Back
he
in
was.
the game.
What's the score?
It is 3-2.
Yeah, bitch.
Your lead, and we still got quite a bit.
Got a long way to go.
Same.
Short time to get there.
Oh, we have 2 on the third.
Just short of my top actors of all time.
That's terrible.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Holy
shit.
The craziest picture of Mel Gibson that he was.
You know what that screams in my head?
What?
Want to take a shit in the chimneys?
He looks like Santa.
Come on.
He looks like Santa Claus just went through a divorce.
He was in a Santa Claus movie where he killed people. You know what? Hold on. Come to think of it, that looks like the guy that was in my house.
You weren't robbed by Santa.
I was robbed by Mel Gibson. I'm getting too old for this shit.
However, I will say, The Patriot,
fantastic.
one of my all-time favorite movies.
It's fucking Lethal Weapon, Brett. All 4 of them.
And as critically as it got panned, What Women Want.
What one was
is
fantastic.
So
good.
You know what else is a good one? Man with Man Have a Face, Man Without a Face.
Yeah.
Where he was the teacher that was all burnt up and shit.
Mm-hmm. Braveheart, obviously.
Conspiracy Theory was fantastic.
Yeah.
Ransom was great.
He was a good bad guy in Expendables 3. For crying out loud.
I thought Drew McIntyre was a Braveheart.
He was. Cue the music. Somebody cue the swords. Somebody cue the music. All right. Mel Gibson's...
Okay, I want to explain what just happened in my head.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Everybody grab a book. It's going to take a while.
No. He said Drew McIntyre, but then in my head I saw Drew Carey.
If Drew Carey's in Braveheart...
So I saw Drew Carey with the face paint and the kilt.
Oh, that's great.
Braveheart, I might
wait. That Drew Carey or Skinny?
That's got to be Fat Drew Carey. The only good Drew Carey.
The only good Drew Carey's the fat one.
Get Drew Carey on the show.
It's like Drew Carey lost a bunch of weight.
We've
well,
got
fatten him the fuck up, then.
It's unsettling to see a thin Drew Carey.
I once heard that Bono was overseas and they were having this concert. And he stands up and he goes, "Every time I clap my hands, a small child somewhere in the world dies." And all of a sudden, from the very back row, you hear a scream, "And quit clapping your fucking hands!"
Did we guess how old this brick is?
No, he's about half past
a monkey's ass and a quarter to his balls.
I fucking hate you sometimes. We're gonna go with 72.
No, not quite that old. 65.
How about 67?
Nice. Booyah!
I hope that you feel good that you got Rapist Santa Claus.
Was that point, Caleb? No, that was a point, Caleb.
That was a point, Caleb. He would answer you, but he bit his tongue. Shank. Shah.
First of all, it's Shah. You're gonna stab me. You stab me the right way. Goddammit!
I just pull out a gun and kill you.
Why don't we just pull out a gun, Shivani?
All right.
Here comes Hulk Hogan, but which side is it on?
One more birthday on the 3rd. You fucking nuts.
God damn it, Shivani, I need to know.
Where's Tony? Hey, wait a minute. We gotta straighten up.
Who's this?
That's Wendy. That's Wendy Cooper.
Oh,
that's Wendy
Cooper.
Wendy, whatever, Wendy.
Yeah, Wendy Cooper from
The Wonder Years.
Wonder Years. I was gonna say Happy Days.
There's 2 women in this world from TV. 3 women.
3 women, goddammit. Winnie, Topanga, and Kelly Kapowski.
Kelly Kapowski. You damn straight. And maybe the pink Power Ranger.
Hold on. There's an argument to be made from Laura from Family Matters, but we'll get into that later.
Well, she was into the nerdy guys, so I'm down with that. I let her rub a beard. Anyway.
The fact that the words Kelly and Kapowski worked next to it came out of your mouth. Who the fuck old is Winnie Cooper?
Old enough to know better, too young to care.
She's gotta be
fucking Carriage House. Carriage House.
60.
You dirty son of a bitch! You hold your tongue.
I'm sorry.
She ain't that much older than me.
Whatever.
49.
48.
Oh,
damn!
See, I should get that by default.
Right there. No,
Come on, man.
I didn't realize she was
Early
that young.
Christmas present. Next year.
We got a handful of birthdays on the 5th.
I got a whole other 364 days of
You didn't know what I was going to follow up
Stay
with.
tuned.
Bradley Cooper.
Hey, it's that raccoon guy.
Yeah, he's the voice of Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah, that guy.
He is the Hangover series.
I
He's
also,
in all
heard,
those.
he doesn't bathe.
Gross. A lot of those Hollywood fuck stuff.
Yeah, I
It's
heard
weird.
he doesn't bathe.
He won the Oscar with Lady Gaga for
Stars Born.
Stars Born, and he's in a really great movie about a chef that I can never remember the name.
Oh, that's really good.
Chopped.
I know.
Chopped,
Yeah,
something like that,
that was
where he
really
plays
good.
a dickhead chef, and it's the script is so pretentious because it's written for the idea that he's this super arrogant celebrity
Also,
chef.
can we not talk about the fact that he's like one of the core Lone Man Wolf Packs
It's true.
in fucking Hangover history?
Yeah.
Like, let's be real here. Paging Dr. F Word is fantastic.
We still say it. We shouldn't. We've also got Limitless.
Oh God, yeah.
That was really his first big breakout movie for himself.
Also, he was the dickhead in Wedding Crashers.
He was boy. He looks a lot different now, doesn't
he?
he?
Was the dickhead in Wedding Crashers
Yeah, I
that
forget
they
that.
poison.
Yeah.
You know, with clear eyes. And then,
Yeah, and then he shits himself.
Want to talk about stress? 46.
How about? Wait, did you say?
No, he didn't. Don't give him the answer. Don't give it to him.
42.
Are we all done now?
I said 42. He said 46.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah,
I didn't want to
Do your fucking job, Max.
Hey. Proud of you.
Thanks, Dad.
Bradley Cooper
Well,
was
son.
48 years old.
48.
Yep. That'd be me.
Point, Luke?
Yes.
That makes it 43.
I like
Oh,
to
yeah, I
drink as
forgot.
much as the next man, as long as the next man isn't Mel Gibson.
Quote by Ricky Gervais. I
American
forgot about
Sniper.
American Sniper.
Yeah.
All right. Also on the 5th.
I don't remember his name.
That is Robert
You know who
Duvall.
Robert Duvall
Thank you
is?
very much. It couldn't come to me.
He'd be ashamed of you. Look at him. Look at
Basically-
him right now. He's looking at you with disdain in his eyes.
Basically, the chief of police in every early 2000 shoot 'em up movie.
82.
I thought he died.
Days
Is
of
that all right?
Thunder.
Oh, yeah, well, of course.
I'll say
There's
7.
numerous movies.
I'll say 75.
How about Robert Duvall will be... I lost my spot. 92.
92. God damn.
That was me.
That gives
I was
me
way off.
5 to 3.
Samsonite. I was way off.
You still got time to catch up, Caleb. We got a couple more on the 5th.
Well, thank you, Vanna White.
Ooh, Diane Keaton.
I don't turn things. That's more Johnny.
That's fair. Yes, Diane Keaton, one of the greatest American actresses of our time.
And she's just a gorgeous, gorgeous woman.
Yes, she is.
Isn't she married to Batman?
That's you know, there's just
Some days,
just
when I'm home at night,
you know what? I quit.
I'm home at night. I'm by myself. My room is dark. It's cold. And it's lonesome. I take this pillowcase and I fill it with rocks. And I just slam myself in the testicles with a punch. Right now, I would like to hit you in the testicles with that pillowcase full of rocks.
I want to come back
Well,
in, but all I hear is testicles and rocks.
Instead of all that, why don't you take a guess as to how old Diane Keaton is?
She's got to be a little older. She'd be right up there with like Bette Midler.
So some snake, I'm stuck. You leave me alone, Caleb.
I didn't do nothing.
It's your fault.
Is she quite 70 yet, though? I'm going to say 70. Just a hard 70.
Oh, I had to cough. 80.
How about 77?
Nice! Who would you say the breakout star of the year was? We agreed it was Walter, right?
Yeah, over 300 days as Intercontinental Champion and basically wrestles every week.
Gunther?
Second to that, only
To Muhammad Ali.
for a breakout star of the year, Braun Breaker.
Yeah, he's up there. He's always up there.
All right. Last birthday on the 5th.
Hey,
Oh,
Vinny
okay.
Jones.
Benny Jones.
Greatest bad guy ever.
Sphinx.
The
from
Sphinx
Gone in
and
60
Gone in
Seconds.
60 Seconds of
Yep.
Midnight. There's also the Butcher on Midnight Meat Train.
Also, Smoking Aces. He was
yeah.
one of the assassins in Smoking Aces. Which was a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, dog recommends it.
He was in
Sorry, I talk about myself in third person sometime, whatever.
that movie with Stone Cold.
Oh, yeah, The Condemned.
Yeah, The
Yeah.
Condemned.
Yeah, played the main bad guy.
What was you doing down in South America? Working on my tan.
Why'd you blow up that building?
It's like my son.
What a great fucking line.
It's one of the greatest lines of all time.
Where are you from? Little town outside Anchorage, about 50 miles north, called
Call
Fuck Your Mama. So he'd be probably...
I'm going to be respectful and say 57.
I'm going to say 58 because I think he's older.
Good call. He will be 58 years old.
Hot damn!
Wow, you right on the hammer.
Woo!
And with
Hey,
that,
sunshine signs on dog's ass.
with
so bad.
that, you tied it up.
Motherfucker, when's the last time your ass saw sunlight?
With that, you tied it
This
up.
summer.
Your mama's been gone a long time.
You know where she sits?
Yeah, dude.
On the dresser.
She did that back then, too.
Next to my ashtray.
With that, you tied it up. Caleb, it is now
5
5
to
to
5.
5, and we have
You feel good about that? You feel good
we
about
have
that?
6 left.
Jesus Christ!
fucking-
Six
I
left.
fucking loathe you.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Hey, let's.
3 on the 6 and 3 on the 7.
Eddie Redmayne.
That's the dude that played yeah, that guy, Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, he was also Marius in Les Miserables. He was in that weird fucking movie with Channing Tatum and Mila Kunis.
38.
No, he's 40. I'm gonna say 39 because he's old. I think he's in his 40s.
How about 41?
It's only you only got that because I know who the fuck that guy is.
Your ass, baby.
You Blues Clues class.
2 more on the 6.
Blue Skidoo.
Hey, there we go, Daryl.
Yeah.
And my other brother, Daryl.
I know.
Norman Reedus. Obviously star of the Blue Dog Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Star of The Walking Dead. He was Scud in Blade 2, for
Yep.
those of you that remember Scud.
Uh-huh.
Sure do.
And I really don't think I know of any other movies he's in.
You do realize that he's in Black Sheep, right? He's one of the kids in the truck
Oh, that's right.
that spray him down with the fire extinguisher. He's one of the hillbilly kids.
44?
45.
How about 54?
54. Son
Damn,
of
he
a
looks
bitch.
good.
Luke
54.
tied it back up. Now it's 6-6.
Eddie Redmayne in Les Mis 2 for those musical fans in the community. Well, I happen to mention that. And I am a person who understands musicals because I've done one.
Hold on, wait a minute. One of UK's hardest men. This is a wrestling channel? I don't.
Get out of here.
What? It says it right
He's
there.
talking about his toughness.
They call him the Juggernaut?
No, it's the guy who...
Oh, we're talking about
British
Vinny
actor,
Jones.
yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely the hardest
Yeah.
man in the UK.
All right, what's next?
Tell him he isn't.
Last one on the 6. Mr. Bean!
Oh.
Oh, right, Rowan Atkins.
Flew. How old Rowan Atkins would be.
Oh, this is going to be a crapshoot for this tie.
65.
No, he's older than that. 66.
68.
Damn!
Mr. Bean, man.
3 left. They're all on the 7th.
Hey, look, it's that one guy.
Hawkeye!
Jeremy Renner. Did
Is
you
that
know he
his
has a
name?
band?
Yeah.
Is it called Jeremy and the Renters?
No, but I didn't know the
Hawkeye.
motherfucker could. I didn't know the motherfucker could sing, and he could sing like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Joe Smith the Don asks, will you guys be watching The Last of Us on HBO January 15th?
I don't
First
listen to hip hop.
off, not a sponsor. Second off, if it's as half as good as the game is, I'm in.
Yeah, probably not for me. Jim Renner also owns his own construction company where he creates $1 million mansions.
He
He's an
also
architect.
upended me for the office of mayor of John Wagner's mom's bedroom. I gave it over to him peacefully a bunch of times. All right.
He's older than most people think he is.
Hey, look, it's
he's
that one guy.
55.
48.
How about 52?
Damn!
Yes! I mean, I knew I was right.
Caleb, you got to get these last two just to tie.
Yeah,
All right, Dad.
If you get these next two, and I'll even say my age first. If you get these next two, I will concede to you the entire game.
Okay. If I get them both.
If you get them both.
All right. Okay.
Go for it.
You heard the man.
It's Jesus.
Who the fuck?
No, that's Kenny Loggins.
Oh. His Highway
Why
of the
would
Danger
you
Zone.
pick a picture of Kenny Loggins
From
that long
From
ago?
1964.
He looks like Charles Manson.
He looks like Jesus. Like a hippie Jesus. Or Bob Seger. I can't tell which one. He looks like
He looks
both.
like every 70s dad right after they got back from Nam.
It's like, hey kids. No. His
We
hair
didn't
would...
look at
Oh, no.
that.
His hair would have been coiffed from the left to the right. I know he was there. All right. Go ahead.
Kenny
I'm supposed to go first, ain't I? 0.
Oh, you dick. Fine, 1.
How about 75?
All right. You only have one
All
more.
right.
You only have one more to get.
All right, you bastard. We'll play this game. Nicholas motherfucking Cage.
This man's out of his fucking mind.
63 years old.
Okay, first off, hold on. First off, how the fuck do you pick not only the fucking strangest picture of Mel Gibson, but you get this one for Nicolas Cage? Which looks like somebody farted next to him. He's trying not to be obvious.
It looks like his teeth are too big for his mouth.
It's because they are.
Look at the size of those fucking things.
Them chompers.
Guy's mother was a beaver.
Speaking of
Just out here.
smell of elderberry wine.
I don't know why this. He looks like a pelican. Speaking of pterodactyls,
Looks like a bird with teeth.
I went to the store the other night to buy paint cans from a pterodactyl. I asked him a question. You know what he said to me? Oh yeah, that's Nicolas Cage. He's 64.
I said 63.
No point.
Oh, he's got a bitch.
55
Sucks to be you, business.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna ask you guys a quick question, please. No, we did have a whole nother giant list of stuff that we're gonna go over. Do we want to save that, or do we want to keep going? We're already 2 hours over.
Well, at least go through your bullshit first.
All right, let's go through it.
We didn't even do the bullshit part. We can't do birthdays and bullshit. It's not
I
bullshit.
thought you had 49.
No, you know the part I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we definitely got to do this.
All right.
Hey, look, sounds like bullshit to him.
Hang on right there for a second, Johnny,
fucking dying.
because I do have a question for you, Caleb.
Okay.
Uh,
Is that
What?
Joe Gatto from the Practical Jokers?
what's the difference between Aluminum Man and Iron Man?
What?
I don't know what.
Iron Man actually tries to stop the bad guys and lock them up. Aluminum Man just foils the plans. That one's just for you.
That was just for you. Have anybody mentioned flat earthers today? Has anyone said anything like that?
You just did.
I want to cover you in peanut butter.
That sounds sexy. What's going on next to me over here?
The only reason I ask these stupid jokes is for these great reactions.
I'm sorry, Rick Flag. That's correct.
Oh, my God. What's first on the docket here, Max?
Well, have you guys seen that new movie on HBO Max? White Otis.
I think it's White Lotus.
No. It's the White Otis.
That's terrible. Also, I would totally watch that movie.
Now we have Forbes list of the most controversial people in the world.
That should be fun.
I would like to state for the record that it's bullshit because I'm not on it.
All right. What number is it?
It is. We're going to start at number 13 and work our way to number 1.
Okay.
So number 13.
Oh, that's obvious. That's
John
John
Cena.
Cena. It's okay if you can't see.
Oh no. I know where this bit's going.
No, actually, this is a legitimate list from Forbes.
Yes.
Okay.
Most controversial people in the world.
Live or dead. Give us number
12.
Number 12.
Okay, well, that fits. That makes sense.
Eminem, yeah.
Eminem makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. My girlfriend didn't believe I had a car made her spaghetti. It should have saw her face when I drove pasta.
That's it. I'm Joe Smith's number 1 fan now.
Oh my god.
That's where you draw the line? That's where you draw the line? For fuck's sake, I had a headache before this thing started.
God.
All right.
Number 11.
Number 11.
What'd she do?
I don't know.
I haven't the slightest fucking clue.
Unless she has, like kids from different
To
countries building
clarify
her
for
clothes.
everybody who is that, people don't know.
That's Beyonce Knowles.
That's right.
That's Mrs. Jay-Z. Or Miss Z.
She did kick that one girl out of Destiny's Child.
She did.
Unruly as fuck about
Yeah,
it.
and
She wasn't
she was the
Austin
best
Powers.
one of
Yeah.
Destiny's Child. It's messed up.
Yeah, and she, well, she's married to,
Austin Powers?
Jay-Z.
I just called her Mrs. Z.
Yeah.
As in
I guess I could see her being controversial in some regard. She owns a ton of makeup lines and clothing lines and stuff like that, so I imagine there's some questionable goings on over there at that particular side of the world. So, yeah,
she owns men's jean company. Because she wears the pants.
Anyway,
All right, who we got next?
For some reason controversial. Who's number 10, Johnny?
Number 10.
Okay, this makes sense. Glenn Jacobs totally makes sense.
Who made this list?
Forbes.
But they didn't say Glenn Jacobs. They said Kane.
They said Kane.
I can't.
Oh, Beyonce's part of the elites.
I didn't know Mega was accepting applications. I guess Mayor Glenn Jacobs of Knox County, Tennessee, would be a controversial figure.
Being an anti-vax.
Yeah, being a fucking nutcase.
All right, who we got next? What number is that? And who the fuck is it?
Number 9.
Number 9?
Yeah.
That's Jeremy Renner. Not John McEnroe. Or not, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. That's not Jeremy Renner.
That's definitely not Jeremy Renner.
I caught myself there. What was that guy's name? My list isn't in front of me.
Pete Ferreira?
Ferreira. Or something or other.
Was known as the newest John McEnroe.
I see.
He fights with officials because he's a punk bitch that plays tennis and not badminton like a real.
Yeah, Luke thought he was the guy that killed the lion.
I did. I thought originally he was the guy that shot that lion.
Oh, that Dennis piece of shit?
Is actually Roger Federer.
Roger Federer
is his name. And
fuck you.
The only thing controversial I could find is that he got in an argument with the referee during a match for making a bad call.
I see.
Roger Federer, there it is.
Okay, well, fuck you, Roger.
Also,
one of the most controversial men in the world.
He looks stupid and green. All right,
how can you be controversial while playing tennis?
I don't.
It's pretty controversial.
It's like the Babe Ruth tennis. The Undertaker, another controversial. I don't understand.
I don't understand why this is, unless being the fact that him coming out of gimmick.
Sure.
This year, I guess, could be considered controversial.
Unless you want to go by most talked about, maybe they're doing. I don't know.
I guess I don't know.
I don't know.
Where is he? Goddammit!
Most of this list.
Okay?
Greatest tennis player of all time. So
That's like being the best guy who rings people out at Kroger.
Or the top kid that wins King of the Mountain.
Tennis isn't a sport. It's a hobby for
But
wealthy
that's
white women to
still
leave their
not
kids out while they
Yeah.
fuck the instructors.
Play badminton like a real human being.
Pick up ping pong and a beer, you spud.
I'd like to see you on the mini golf.
Fucking dead fly, bud.
Is that Kerwin White? Undertaker, I'm not sure why he's on this list, but again, all disagreements and things, you can write Forbes this time, not Sports Illustrated. They're doing both back to back.
Now, before we get into the top 6,
Okay.
I just want you to prepare yourselves, because this is where the fun starts. Are you ready? Take a deep breath.
Kind of scared.
Number 6.
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears.
How is Britney Spears a controversial?
Thing about her parents, the money,
controversial figure,
showing
yeah.
herself naked on, and people think she's all drugged out. She smoked a cigarette once while her baby was in her lap, which every mother in the Midwest did in the 80s and 70s.
Yeah, look how
Are
well
we guessing
turned.
how old she is, or did we already get through
No.
that? Okay.
Okay, controversial figure.
And she's number 6?
Yeah.
Don't,
All right.
Don't forget, the entire world looked at her half-naked body.
No.
When she was 15 years old. She didn't have a choice about it.
She got out of a car once and dropped a roast beef sandwich too, from what I understand.
Oh, for heaven's
Or maybe I heard that. Maybe I heard that wrong. Something else happened.
All right, you be good.
All right, number 5. Obviously number 5. I mean, it should be number 1, but this is again is Forbes.
Right. See, I don't. That's why I don't understand.
Somebody
who's
put this
making
list
this
together.
Just
Thought
wait.
to remember. Hold on. Thought to remember to include Adolf Hitler, and then went back and thought, wait. These 4 are way worse than Adolf Hitler.
Yes, these 4 are way worse.
Okay, let's see.
All right, well, hold on. Who's number 4? Barack Obama.
Far more controversial than Adolf Hitler.
Okay.
But just not enough as John Cena, I guess.
Okay.
I don't really get that either.
That's stupid.
John Cena can't be seen. So.
I didn't tell you this list was going to be great. I just said it was for Forbes.
Yeah. No, we're mostly just ripping it apart.
Yeah. Okay.
Show how shitty Forbes is, just like Sports Illustrated.
Yeah.
That's
what I said.
All right. Before we switch to the next slide, Maximus, is this the thing you need to talk about? That we don't have a picture for? Is this next? We're at number 3.
What's about to happen? Am I going to hit somebody?
Oh no! Oh, we actually I forgot about that because we didn't have a picture.
Oh, okay.
That was number 4, but number 11 was actually the Prophet Muhammad.
Oh yeah,
just before Beyonce.
And obviously, we're not going to post anything.
We're
like
not
that.
fighting.
No.
We're not fighting.
We're not even going to talk about that. I'm just saying that number 11 was Prophet Muhammad, and we're done.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 3.
So number 3.
Buddy Christ. I'm going to guess that represents Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah. Jesus is the number 3 most controversial person in the world.
Jesus is more controversial
it gets better.
than Hitler?
It gets better.
Imagine how high up on the list would Hitler would be if they had Twitter in the 1940s.
Yeah, they ain't no shit.
We will meet them on the beaches. Fuck, I need more characters. That's a Winston Churchill quote.
Obama takes
adrenochrome.
I don't know what that is.
Oh no.
I don't know what that is.
I don't have time.
All right. Where are we at? Number 1 coming up?
Number 2.
Number 2. Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. A more controversial figure
than Jesus
Adolf Hitler
and
Jesus Christ.
And John Cena.
And the Prophet Muhammad.
Okay. Number 1 had better be a really good fucking pick.
Oh, you're going to love this. And our number 1 on the list.
Yup.
One of your
Kinda hard to
favorite
argue
people of
with
all time.
Is that Will Ferrell?
This is a secret. Open the door. See those people. George, I
want to know about the duck.
What happened to the duck? George Bush, I can see him being a controversial person. I don't know necessarily that he is more.
I love that Joe the Don called it.
Yes,
George
he did.
Bush.
I don't know, though, that he is more controversial than Adolf fucking Hitler.
About Jesus. It's kind of controversial. I mean, I would think.
I think this list is fucking stupid. I think.
Here's the deal. You know where they can tell these things?
Where?
They can obviously write Sports Illustrated first because they fucked up really bad. But these guys really need to tongue lash them. This is Forbes.
Yes.
Write Forbes and tell them how stupid they look.
Yeah.
What about Epstein? Hey, I didn't make the list. This Forbes magazine made this list.
He didn't hang himself.
And also,
David Carey.
Think about all the people that aren't
Yeah,
on
but
this
David Carey
list.
didn't enjoy doing it.
He did. Mark made the list.
Yeah.
After these last 2 years, think about all the people that aren't on this list that clearly should
Like that
be.
Andrew Tate fuck. Fuck him. Fuck Andrew Tate. Fuck the Liver King.
It's too many F's. It's too many F's, Coach.
Just turn the lights off.
All right.
It
You want a
was
little bit
this.
of you want a little bit of bullshit?
Oh, man,
About
I would
before
love.
we go?
I was just thinking,
What's that?
man, we need.
So you want a little bit of bullshit? to
It's
laugh
just
about
a
before
little
we
bit of
go?
bullshit.
Well, before we go to bullshit, we can
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Pro Wrestling
There we
Throwdown. Follow us on Twitter at Pro Wrestling
At the
TV.
merch
You
store?
can send us an email at prowrestlingthrowdown@gmail.com.
He's
You
ignoring
can
you.
follow us on TikTok at Pro Wrestling Throwdown 1. You can call him at 618. Check us out also at streamlabs.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown, where you can access our
Merch store!
wrapped up.
Merch store!
You can find out.
Merch store!
Somebody shoot that bird.
That's
Yeah,
my
check
new.
it out.
That's my new ringtone.
We got shirts, we got hats, we got stuff. Buy it. I don't really care.
No, buy stuff.
But I mean, I care.
He
care.
cares.
Check it out, man. All of your purchases obviously going to help us build the show. We don't take any money for ourselves. We do it strictly to increase production value here, and we thank you for your patronage.
Yes, for sure.
What's next?
All right, I have just a couple of little bits of bullshit here that I've come across. I found some stuff, just some random what the fuck kind of facts on
I'm gonna
on the
guess
internet.
that's bullshit. Caleb Black cares.
Hashtag.
Let's,
You know me.
let's go to
That's
the
what they
first
say
one.
about me. They say, man, that guy cares.
Go ahead, Johnny.
This list is bullshit. I agree.
What the fun facts? 8,788.
You got it. No,
All right.
proud of you. What does it
4
say?
times as many people are killed by ants every year than are killed by sharks.
Must be some big fucking ants.
Or some tiny sharks.
And actually, I did actually look this up, and approximately 30 people each year are killed by ant-related incidents.
Now, you guys are going to stop going on picnics. It's hard in the streets.
Whereas
It's not
There
safe
are-
to swim. It's not safe to swim in water with sharks. Just saying.
there are recorded 73 shark bites per year, however, only 9 deaths.
So where's the other ones on this list? We just act like they don't exist.
I want to know what happens. 8,787.
They made a movie about it. She had a surfboard. All right, let's go to our next. Whatever you got there, Max.
What is this?
This is number 521. If you search for number 241543903 in Google Images, you will find a lot of pictures of people putting their heads in
I'm going
refrigerators.
to regret this.
Yeah, you are, because I ain't doing it.
I am so happy that worked.
If I end
That
up
was my
on a
whole
fucking
goal
list,
right there.
I swear to God.
In Google Images.
We're going to go Google.
All right, here we go, folks. Do it at home. Play along. I know. I don't mean put your head in refrigerator.
Would you rather find an ant-sized shark or a shark-sized ant?
I used to have a shark-sized ant.
Now she's just a minnow. 241
Death by tiny shark bites. That's fucked up.
543903.
Yes.
Okay. I'll be a son of a bitch.
There is literally.
I'll be a son of a bitch. It's just people putting their heads in refrigerators. Which leads me to my next point.
Where's the camera?
Number one, why the fuck are you doing that? Number two, and most importantly,
knock it off. That's why they named you DYNAMITE.
cease and desist, and furthermore, knock it the fuck off.
Hey, bear fucker.
I found
Last month, pickle fucker give us treat.
I found one more that I want to share, and I think it's very appropriate, especially given the way the show has gone. Caleb, I want you to read it.
Yes, Caleb, you read it. I can't see. I got tears in my eyes. All right. Are you good? Are you calm?
Oh yeah, good. We're good.
All right.
What the fuck? Fun fact number one: people who cannot understand sarcasm are more likely to suffer from dementia and experience decline in the brain's abilities. If that's the case, I will be doing arithmetic until I'm 100 years old.
You ain't making it sound good.
We didn't think I'd make it this far.
You make it 100 years old, I'll eat my hat.
You won't be around.
That's fucked up, man. What the fuck? He's already trying to take my seat. This ain't like how the king's made and queen and shit. This over here, this is real life. This is real life. You don't know my truth. What's wrong with you?
All right, are we done?
I have no idea.
That is it.
All right, look, I would normally open up the door to questions, but I ain't doing that. We've been at this shit for over 2 hours. Thank you all very much for tuning in. You don't have to go home, but you have to get the fuck out of my face.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment.
Check us out over at Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. Follow us on Twitter at ProWrestlingTD. Send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com.
Don't forget to check out the Facebook group page.
Follow us on TikTok at ProWrestlingThrowdown1. You can also check out StreamLabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown, where you can access our merch store.
Merch store.
And
Merch.
buy me a gun
Merch.
for $6.
Maybe he's trying to take your seat.
And yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, same bad time, same bad channel next week.
Can I close the show, please?
Oh God, I wish you would.
All right. Well, first off, let's get to keep it in the ring out of the way. From us to you, keep it in the ring. And also, Caleb, I forgot to mention this on the podcast. Right.
Next is what were they going to?
Keep it in the ring.